to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 52 with overcast skies, 10 o'clock now. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Flying is getting iffy for regional airline passengers as airlines are reducing flights by 10%. Travel expert Bobby Laurie says the airlines are protecting their most profitable flights.
They're going to be protecting those transatlantic flights. They're flights that go from hub to hub and between major cities and secondary cities. But those flights that go to the regional airports on regional jets, those are going to be the ones where you really have to look out and be prepared with an alternate route in the event your flight gets canceled.
On the Big K Morning Show, Laurie said delays and cancellations outside of the airline's control, like today's flight cuts, means the airline is not responsible for a hotel stay or meal vouchers if you're stuck in an airport overnight. You're on your own unless you have travel insurance. During this government shutdown, another problem is being addressed by the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. They've received a major donation to help feed thousands of families. Here's News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush.
The Tall Family Foundation delivered more than 1,300 pounds of meat and produce Thursday, a donation that could provide over 150,000 meals. The gift comes as local food programs struggle to keep up after SNAP benefits for 2 million Pennsylvanians ended. Visits to pantries have doubled in just the past 2 weeks, even surpassing the peak seen during the pandemic. Foundation leaders say they plan more donations as the community works to ensure families don't go hungry during the holidays. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
There is a homicide charge linked to last month's discovery of a body on state game lands in Westmoreland County. State police say Joseph Zavara was arrested on Thursday. He's accused of killing Robert Friend, whose body was found by a hunter in Loyal, Hannah Township. Investigators suspect Friend was killed a few hours before his remains were discovered on October 25th. How Zavara and Friend knew each other, state police say, is unknown. And while Allegheny County's homicide rate is on the pace to be well below last year's number, there's been a recent sharp increase, as we hear from News Radio KDKA's David Ballarado.
Allegheny County's latest stats for October and the first 4 days of November show the number of homicides jumped from 47 as of September 30th to 61. There were no fewer than 9 homicides between October 2nd and 14th. The latest numbers include the October death of a woman from complications stemming from a 2013 shooting and 2 cases added back from September. Despite the increase, the county is still on pace to record fewer homicides than 2024 when there were 98 and over 100 in both 2023 and 2022. David Ballarado, News Radio KDKA.
There's a line of showers moving through Ohio this morning, and when will they reach us, and will they interrupt Friday Night Lights playoff games?
They're going to get here probably right after lunchtime, maybe as late as 1 or 2 o'clock. The worst of those should be out by the time Friday Night Lights are getting underway, but the seats are probably going to be wet. You may want the rain gear as that game gets underway.
AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg on the Big K Morning Show. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 123 points at 46,789. The NASDAQ down 271 points. The S&P down 43. In KDKA Sports, the high school football game of the week. Here is the 4A semifinal with McKeesport and TJ. KDKA kickoff starts at 6. In college basketball, Pitt hosts Longwood, and Sacred Heart is at Duquesne. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. 45 years of experience and thousands of 5-star reviews. Trust PJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time is 10:04. 52 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic and the AccuWeather forecast next.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day. My people.
Already dreaming of your big summer 2026 family trip? The best homes are booking up right now. Oceanfront beach houses in the Outer Banks, sprawling lake houses in Deep Creek, and family fun condos in Myrtle Beach. When you book your dream home directly with SWAC Vacations, you not only get your first choice of dates, you save up to 15% compared to the big travel sites. Lock in your perfect summer getaway. Lock in your savings now. Get the house you want, the price you deserve. SWACK, SWACvacations.com.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up, my friend?
Well, what's up, Marty, is as the rush hour delays are easing off, we do have one accident for you as we look throughout the district here. This is in McKeesport, and it is on the McKeesport-Duquesne Bridge ramp near the 5th Avenue ramp. So as you're trying to access that span, you certainly want to leave some extra time traveling there. Coming out of the eastern suburbs, you don't have too much of a delay on the Parkway East. Just some stop-and-go stuff for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. You sail well on the city side of 376 all the way down to the point. Getting into the Golden Triangle by way of the Parkway West, you have slowdowns right around the Banksville on-ramp. 28 is a great ride, as is the Parkway North, I-279. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM at AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for some rain later this afternoon and this evening. High 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though 43 to 47. More clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be an afternoon shower in spots. High 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Hey, it's Andrew Filipponi. If your garage floor looks lousy with stains, cracks, or bad epoxy job, right now you can get 50% off labor on a new Comer & Cross garage floor. Call them now because 50% off labor ends soon. Here's their number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A new Comer & Cross garage floor will be your favorite home improvement. It's going to feel like pulling into a new car showroom every night. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And Comer & Cross makes it so easy. All their employees are well-trained pros. They don't use subcontractors ever. They're in and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. They even take your stuff out for you. For 50% off labor and your new Comer & Cross garage floor installed by the holiday, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to COMERcross.com. Comer & Cross Garage Floor Coatings.
Hi, this is Father Tom Burke of the Diocese of Pittsburgh. Join me for Catholic Education Plus this Sunday morning at 6:30 as we spotlight our Catholic schools and faith formation programs. Catholic Education Plus is sponsored by Sam and Judy Spanos and the Catholic Diocese of Pittsburgh.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
What's up? A couple things I want to get to before we get rolling, and we will get rolling. And I love all of you. I love all of you paying attention. I love all of your participation. I've actually never, and Patrick and myself have been at this a hell of a long time, and we've never seen the response we're getting in our careers. The social media has never been past 15 million, and the information I'm getting online and the questions. We're going to bring some people on board to do more problem solving. We're going to do more videos. We're going to make it better for you. We're going to be more available to you because a lot more people need help than we ever imagined. But we're so grateful for each and every one of you. Regarding this food crisis, and there is a crisis, I got to, and I do this all the time because I think it's important. The angry white Americans who think that anyone on welfare is poor and black and they don't work and they lay around at home. And when they go to the store, they fill their cart with filet. It's a bald-faced lie. First of all, there are more poor white folks than black folks. Look at the census if you know how. But second, and I got an email from a guy I love, and the whole notion was to hell with these people. They need to get off their asses and work. Fine. The only thing I would suggest before you make those sorts of comments, and I think it's important that you do some research before you start spouting off that everybody on welfare is lazy, is that you understand that about 1 in 4 military families get those benefits. Those lazy military folks who are getting killed in battle, last time I checked. And if you look at the data, and it's out there, about 1/3 of all the folks on welfare who are single parents work full-time jobs, at least one, and many two. And overall, and look this up for all you crackpots who think that everyone on welfare is lazy, fat, and black, and all they do is go to Giant Eagle and load their carts with lobster tail. Cheetos and filet. It's a ball-faced lie. About 55% of all the people that get assistance work at least one job. Most of them work two. Is there fraud? Yeah, about 1 to 3%, which is low as hell. Do certain people, white and black, sell food stamps at 50% on the dollar? Yeah. Yeah, it happens all the time. But it's not the numbers you think. And if you were looking at CBS this morning and the networks, the video of the lines of hundreds of folks and hundreds of cars trying to get some damn food because they do work two jobs and their assistants ran out and now they're screwed is ridiculous and obnoxious. And when you hear from the folks that we're going to have on live today, and they're the folks that hand out this food, it ain't all what you think it is. These are hardworking Americans. And I'll tell you what makes me sick. When you folks do this, it aggravates the hell out of me. When we'll show video of folks in line that are getting food, and then you jag-offs will say, I don't know how they afford that Bronco. Go away. Shoot fly. Kiss my you-know-what. People have cars. Would you feel better if they crawled up, covered in blood? Huh? Or emaciated and dying, and their last breath was as they grabbed a can of beans? Get over yourself, man. Judge yourself first. I mean, we all do it. But every single friggin' time I do a live shot from a line of folks getting damn turkeys, one damn turkey, and you decide what their friggin' car payment is, go away, man. Go away. I do not want you people in this family of people that give a damn and make a difference. You understand me? 1 in 4 military folks are poor as hell. Next time you start spouting off about lazy people on welfare. It makes me sick. You understand me? I went back and forth with the guy I really liked last night about how everybody on food stamps is lazy. They need to look in the mirror. I said, I really did. I texted him and said, they look in the mirror and it's broken. You understand me? People at the food bank here are buried in need. It's not all losers and bums. Come on, man. Come on, man. Judge yourself first, huh? Then I want to play this. I want to ask you something, what you think cops are supposed to do. This actually intrigues me. I asked Patrick what he thought first, but I want you to listen. Is this what cops are supposed to do? Listen.
3580, there's a call for Kelly Street. The caller's work iPhone was stolen a couple days ago from her vehicle. She is requesting officers knock and look for it. She's not en route. Looks like it's pinging here. Yeah, basically, they're not being on scene. We're going to refer that to True, please.
I'm going to play that again. So a woman had her phone stolen from her car, and it's pinging somewhere. Listen. I have an opinion on this, but I want yours.
3580, there's a call for Kelly Street. The caller's work iPhone was stolen a couple days ago from her vehicle. She is requesting officers knock and look for it. She's not en route. Looks like it's pinging here. Yeah, basically, they're not being on scene. We're going to refer that to True, please.
I don't know. I know a bunch of cops, and man, most of the time, they're running like to legit. I'm not saying that's not legit, but my phone was stolen. It's pinging at this guy's house. I need detectives over there now. Maybe the SWAT team. I don't. But how'll she get her phone back? I don't know. I guess if you're living in Mayberry, I guess Bug Tussle. But if you think patrol officers have time, and you don't pay attention to the lives that they leave here, there aren't enough cops to go on robbery calls. If you think, but you tell me, are cops supposed to rush over to that house and knock on the door and say, this lady, well, she can't come by, but she thinks that you have her stolen phone. Do you mind if we search your house? And before I go to break, one of my boys who I love to death, and works his ass off. To those of you who think everyone on food stamps is a bum, when I got off of active duty in 1992, I was on food stamps for 6 months. Before I got a job paying enough to get off of them. For those of you who think that everyone on food stamps is fat and lazy and a minority, this man is a veteran who would have put his life on the line for you. I'm all over the map today, but a lot going on. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is we have some slowdowns on 28 southbound between the 40th and 31st Street bridges. The rush hour's tailing off on the Parkway West. Nice to see. Only slow inbound right at that Banksville on-ramp before the Fort Pitt tunnels. Inbound Parkway East just slows between Edgewood Swissvale and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. A reminder for you, the Veterans Day Parade is tomorrow, Saturday the 8th. It starts at 10:30 a.m. and kicks off at the intersection of 10th and Liberty and then proceeds down Liberty Avenue through Point State Park. So you will find restrictions downtown around that. And PRT buses will be detoured through the area from approximately 9 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third-generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed.
Brought to you by the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank. Every dollar, every hour, every voice. That's the power of you.
At Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, our table has no end. Every seat filled means another neighborhood nourished. But this table needs you. Donate, volunteer, advocate, because the power of you keeps the table growing. Activate your power today at pittsburghfoodbank.org.
Granny cams. Cameras in nursing homes to protect your loved ones, your grandparents, your parents. And the man that supports that more than any other lawyer I know in the entire state, Rob Pierce. It's why I love him, quite frankly. He has represented hundreds of senior citizens, protecting their money, their lives, on behalf of their family, sometimes in desperate need of help. And at the end of the day, Rob Pierce has been doing this for 40 years, and he's the best at it. He takes care of people, representing clients that really need help. Big settlements. Robert Pierce and Associates. PierceLaw.com. PierceLaw.com. Rob Pierce is the guy I call and say, hey, Rob, we need your help on something. You know what Rob says? Let's go. I'm all in. PierceLaw.com.
Spirits are up in Latrobe. We're excited to announce the strong Orlando schedule out of Latrobe. That's right, Orlando is #1. Fly out of Latrobe. Easy drive. Park for free. Book now for your Orlando excursion. Be part of the top destination out of Latrobe.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Looking for the ultimate getaway? Stay and play at the Landing Hotel at Rivers Casino. Whether you're here for a weekend escape or a midweek retreat, we've got everything you need under one roof. Wake up refreshed in one of our stunning rooms and head straight to the action, just steps away from the casino floor. Enjoy a variety of gaming, dining, and entertainment, all just outside your door. Visit riverscasino.com and book your stay today. Experience the best of both worlds at the Landing Hotel at Rivers Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Pittsburgh's 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
I'm confounded by the 911 call from my man, Scanner Mike. Like, what are the cops supposed to do here? I don't know.
3580, there is a call for Kelly Street. The caller's work iPhone was stolen a couple days ago from her vehicle. She is requesting officers knock and look for it. She's not en route. Looks like it's pinging here.
With her not being on scene, we're going to refer that to True, please.
He's right. She's not there. I don't have time. Do you think they can go by and see if my phone's there, if they just knock for me? No. Play along or get off the field. Then just send it to the if you don't care, I don't care. That's what I'm saying. My man Patrick, who's so smart about this stuff. Those phones can cost $2,000 now. They're crazy. So if somebody steals that from you, do you want the cash back? Probably. But in this case, it's a phone, and some lady called and said it's pinging at this address. Can they go and knock and ask for my phone? No. I don't know. But if she wants action, she's going to have to push it, I think. Especially now, they're just buried. They're 200 cops short. Hi, Angie. Go ahead.
Hi, Marty. I just have a different outlook, I think, on the phone situation.
Yeah.
So I do understand that, you have to prioritize. So if there's a shooting or murder, of course they need to be addressing stuff like that. But I've had my phone number stolen in the past, and they've actually got into my phone. Now people have their bank accounts, their 401k. There's access that they can get into.
I don't know what the cops are supposed to do about that. That happens all day long, and it's a horrible situation. What are the Pittsburgh police supposed to do about this woman's phone when she's not at the scene,
I guess
ma'am?
see if they can actually get it.
Well, she's not there.
See if they can actually get it.
So
I understand that.
hold on. This is a conversation, not a lecture. So she calls and says, my phone's at this house. I really can't make it. Can they go and find it for me? I'm not cool with that. You know what I mean, Angie?
Well, people are a little crazy nowadays. I don't know if I would actually go up and knock on a door, too.
Now, regarding what you're saying, it's a massive problem and can destroy your credit, can destroy your name, and it's incredibly difficult to get out of that madness. What you're saying, now that's some fraud, sister, and that's a big, big deal. And then she says people are crazy these days, so cops are supposed to knock on the door of a crazy man, not knowing who's on the other end of that door, and say, could I get that lady's phone back? Could I search your house? It doesn't work that way, Angie. But you're right about your situation. Instead, it goes to the phone recording unit, which is the great abyss. Might as well throw that in the trash, ma'am. Just saying. Just saying. I don't have the perfect answer. Should she go and ask for her phone? Probably not. Probably not. And I would probably write it off as stolen. I would probably go get another phone. Cancel that number and get on with my life. I am not going to a stranger's house in a strange neighborhood and saying, hello? Yeah, you stole my phone. Can I have it back? No. Boom. I don't know what the answer is. Maggie, go ahead. You tell me what you would do.
So here's the thing, Marty. People can't just, or police can't just go because somebody says, right. I need you to go. Right. I agree with you. She needs to be there. Yep. She needs to say, I'm here. Right. Can you come here? They also need to see proof.
That's right.
Okay, if your phone is pinging there, bring your laptop and show us it's there. We're not going to just go break somebody's door down because you say it's there.
With the SWAT team.
Right.
But by the way, I get freaked out about my phone too. I'd rather lose my wallet than my phone. Right. I get it.
Right.
But I ain't banging on no doors with the cops and a warrant. and the feds. The whole thing sucks. But that was a great call. That woman, smart. Tim, go ahead.
Hey, Marty. That phone's pinging at someone's house, and you lose it, and somebody finds it, and the lady she knows it's pinging there.
Yeah.
The cops really need to come to her house and escort her there, or her meet them there.
Oh.
You don't know who's stripping that phone when they have it. They could be taking everything, and they are paid to protect and serve, and it's more than just a cell phone.
No, it's
that
true.
lady goes up to the door. Hold on, Marty, it's my turn.
Whoa.
That lady goes up.
Oh, now you're going to be a jag-off. I got the show, not you, sir. Hold on, it's my turn. No, it isn't. Go home.
Oh, man. Hey,
Go
remember
ahead,
when COVID was there and we had a shortage of toilet paper?
Yes, I do.
Now there's a shortage of police officers.
That's right.
Ones that we have, we should appreciate. Now they want police officers to meet personal hygiene matters. Over and out, Marty.
Oh, my man says, no, it's my turn. No, not really. It really isn't. One more call. I didn't know people would get this fired up about this. Go ahead, Bob.
Hey, Marty, so if the cops aren't supposed to go get this phone, then I'm supposed to get a couple of my buddies and some shotguns and go get it myself. Is that what you're saying?
So, you don't listen either, though, do you? You can't just expect cops to go to a house where a phone is pinging and demand access. They would have to have probable cause. They would have to have a warrant to search that house, and they don't have either. So no, Mr. Shell Answer Man, Mr. Attitude. No. But their job isn't, we're going to go to this address. This woman says her phone's there. And then knock on the door and say, you got this lady's phone. Can we search your house? You folks been watching too much Mannix. Yeah, Mannix.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Hey, it's Sam. And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. When we started out, we were building decks out of the back of our pickup trucks, and Grandma's garage was HQ.
We didn't have much, but we had family and a promise to do things the family way.
We saw way too many contractors cutting corners and treating their clients terribly, so we built Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks on honesty, craftsmanship, and always doing right by the client.
We've grown a lot since Grandma's garage, but those values haven't changed. Call the Cousins.
Call 989-COUSINS today or visit callthecousins.com.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
52 and overcast. It's 10:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A wave of flight cancellations hit the United States today to limit air traffic as the government shutdown, now the longest in U.S. history, continues. On the Big K Morning Show, travel expert Bobby Laurie was asked which flights would be targeted first.
The regional flights, the smaller jets that only seat 50 or so people, they also take a departure and arrival slot at an airport. So airlines are looking at cutting some of those flights first because it'll be the least impact.
Laurie said passengers booked on larger planes have little to worry about today, with the number of flights being canceled capped at 4%. Next week, that number goes up to the full 10%. We've heard speculation this week about the season's first snowfall. Is that possible?
Oh, I think it's a likelihood. I think it's going to happen. It's just a question of what it's going to look like. Is it going to amount to much of anything?
AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg on the Big K Morning Show. And about the timing?
I think as early as Sunday night there'll be some snowflakes in the air, and probably through Tuesday morning we could see snow showers across the area.
Joe says some of it may stick, but it's the higher elevations where accumulating snow is likely. PNC announced this morning it will open more than 300 new branches by 2030, about triple the amount announced in the original plan last year. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports PNC also increased its investment to $2 billion. To support the retail expansion, the bank plans to hire more than 2,000 employees. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 77 points at 46,835. The NASDAQ is down 255 points. S&P is down 39 now. KDKA Radio News Time 1031. Our next update at 11. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio, KDKA.
Medicare can be a maze, but it doesn't have to be. I'm Lisa Loro with Secure Money Health, and I wrote the Ultimate Medicare book to guide you through every step. I've helped many people understand their Medicare benefits, and I would love to help you too. Learn the strategies that make Medicare manageable and ensure you're making the best choices for your health and finances. Visit MedicareBookOffer.com and grab your complimentary copy today. That's MedicareBookOffer.com.
Have you been told there is nothing that can be done for your neuropathy? Tri-State Neuropathy Centers is pleased to tell you that's not true. As one of the largest and most successful neuropathy treatment practices in the country, Tri-State Neuropathy Centers has grown to 9 regional centers and helped over 14,000 patients, like Bill from Mars. Bill's neuropathy got so bad he couldn't sleep due to the pain and was losing his balance, causing him to have frequent falls. Then Bill found Tri-State Neuropathy Centers. Their effective FDA-approved treatment program greatly improved Bill's neuropathy, and now he's sleeping through the night, can feel his feet again, and has no more pain. Listen to Bill's complete story at marydanston.com. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers help Bill along with thousands of others. Let them help you next. Call 724-940-9000. That's 724-940-9000. Tri-State Neuropathy Centers, the leader in treating peripheral neuropathy.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
My dad served in Vietnam, the 82nd Airborne Division. He never talked about it, and my mom knew not to ask. So Dad buried himself in work and self-medicated and would lose his temper sometimes. Loud noises would put him on edge. It got rough. So I finally said to him, Dad, you gotta get help.
As a family member or friend, you may be the first to notice when a veteran you love has been going through changes. Things like withdrawing, drinking more, or increased anger could be a sign of a larger health concern, but help is available.
Dad finally went to VA for one-on-one and group therapy and got some really great tools to help him manage things. And I got my dad back.
Listen to hundreds of inspiring stories at MakeTheConnection.net. and learn how you can support the veterans in your life. Treatment works. Recovery is possible.
From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA traffic powered by Bowser. Ellen, what's up?
What's up is right now we do have some minor slowdowns as you make the commute out and about. 28 southbound is easing up just a bit, Marty. Just a little bit of a slowdown between the 31st Street Bridge and the off-ramps for either the North Shore or the North Side, so no major delays for you there. Parkway West has eased off nicely. Fluctuating delays, though. Occasionally it's a little bit slow for you right around the runaway truck sand pile as you try to fit into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Parkway East inbound is slow between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Quick reminder for you, for your Sunday, the Andy Warhol or 7th Street Bridge and the David McCullough 16th Street Bridge will be closed for the EQT Pittsburgh 10-miler and 10K. Those closures will be from 6 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. this coming Sunday, the 9th, so plan accordingly. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Considerable cloudiness for the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for a few hours of rain later this afternoon and this evening. The high 63. Then mostly cloudy overnight, 43 to 47. Clouds and some sun at times tomorrow, but there may be an afternoon shower, the high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
The 106th Pittsburgh Veterans Day Parade is this Saturday, November 8th at 10:30 a.m. on Liberty Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. Stand united as we honor those men and women who have selflessly protected our freedom. Parade details at PittsburghVeteransDayParade.com. See you there.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Here we go. It's a Friday. Want to send you off into the weekend the right way. Can't wait. 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap, KDKA.
Probably 5 years ago, Nick Ersta was dying from cancer. And he got the cancer from the 9/11 site, quite frankly, as a volunteer to help clean up. The asbestos got in his lungs and he was dying. And we went on the air because we wanted to fix up his home before he died, and we did. But primary in making that home magnificent was Mar Vista Homes and my friend Michael Jacobs. Out of the blue, fell in our lap. What a godsend. What a magnificent man. What a man who truly believes in community and family and taking care of people. Now he probably has the best custom remodeling, high-end firm I've ever seen in my life. But on top of that, my man gives a damn and has a kitchen that gives a damn and is feeding hundreds and hundreds of people each week, which makes him the great man that he is. And the kitchen is called OGK, Our Giving Kitchen. And the timing couldn't be better or more significant. My brother, good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Marty. How you doing?
Something about you, the way you were raised, your faith, your family, that drives you to making a difference in helping people way beyond building pretty homes. Yes, sir?
Marty, you're spot on. It's the way I was brought up. My parents instilled volunteerism in both my sister and I at a young age, and we volunteered at homeless shelters on Sundays to feed people, and charitable giving came later in life, but it's kind of the core of what makes my wife and I tick.
Man, tell me about this kitchen. This is absolutely powerful and fabulous. Tell me what you're doing and why you decided to do this.
Okay, so our Giving Kitchen is a nonprofit based in Squirrel Hill. It was started by Rabbi Chesky and Basi Rosenfeld, and it's a phenomenal concept. It basically harnesses volunteers to come in and cook meals to then be distributed to people that need food. We support a number of different partners, such as Community Human Services, Wood Street Commons, Veterans Place of Washington Boulevard, Women's Space in the Hill District, and other people that are in need of food. We also get those meals to people directly. And what's great about it is there's lots of people out there that want to volunteer, and it gives people a purpose, and it also fulfills obviously a massive need right now of the food deficiency that's in Pittsburgh and everywhere at this point. And people need food.
My man, are you seeing a tectonic shift in the need based on what we're seeing happening in Washington, sir?
Tremendous need for food. Tremendous. And what's happened is, even in the last couple weeks, we've done about 1,000 meals. Wow. And what's also been great is we get companies that are coming in now to do corporate team building as part of this. So they come in, they volunteer, they help us get a ton of meals made, and then we get those out. But at this point, the need is starting to grow considerably.
Hey, this isn't just a place where you cook food. This is a lot more than that, isn't it, sir?
Correct. There's bonds that are formed with the volunteers. People feel now responsibility that if they don't come volunteer, then people aren't going to get food. So it's a team effort of a lot of people getting together multiple times during the week to have these sessions, these cooking sessions.
Hey, it builds community, doesn't it? It teaches character, doesn't it? It makes a difference, doesn't it, sir?
I think it does. I think that, we're distracted by lots of other things in this world right now. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how many apps or what you're on your phone or whatever else is going on. At the end of the day, there's a basic need, and that's that people need food. So our Giving Kitchen is trying to answer, a large part of that. And we're excited that I think that as we continue to grow, and I think we can also partner with this new administration in the city, that we can hopefully make a larger impact.
My man, Michael Jacobs, our Giving Kitchen. I came on the air angry this morning because I get this rhetoric from jagoffs, to be honest, Michael, that folks on welfare are lazy, they're fat, and they're mostly minorities. I pointed out that most of those folks work at least one job. 1/4 of all military people need food assistance. This rhetoric that welfare people are just laying around and lazy is ignorant, isn't it, Michael?
Listen, people need basic necessities, and I don't think we need to get into a debate of who, what, where.
Right on.
If people need food, they need food. So that's the bottom line. People need help, they need help. So the governments have these programs in place to help, obviously help. Obviously, in the Jewish religion, we're not here to judge or to get into any of that. It's like if people need food, we get them food, and that's what our Giving Kitchen's all about. And if people want to volunteer or they want to find out more information about our Giving Kitchen, they can go to www.ogkpgh.com and get more information and volunteer, whatever they need.
My man, I love this. 27 corporate and private sessions, 130 total volunteer sessions, 2,000 volunteers engaged this year, 25,000 meals. You know why? Because they give a damn. You know why? Because they get it. They want to make a difference. And doing it through food is the best place to start. Michael, I love you. You know that, man. We go way, way back because you do care. You've always cared. And we have to teach this to our kids, do we not, sir?
100%, Marty. I feel like you're the one guy out there championing all these concepts that are so important. And, again, as the world becomes more and more this and that, it comes down to these basics. We got to teach our children and, instill in our children that this is what it's all about.
His backstory is a friggin' movie, quite frankly. He was an insanely successful Hollywood producer, insanely successful. Recognized the name Mar Vista, said to hell with that, I want to raise a family in a good place, and here we are. And now he's making a difference. And on top of that, I'm serious. Probably the best home builder remodeler I've ever seen in my life because everything is perfect. My man.
Marty, I'll tell you one other thing that we're doing, and it's just trying to bridge what we do for our living and bringing that into volunteerism. The company's Mar Vista Design Build, and what we started 6 months ago is if somebody signs up with us to do a project, we make a $500 donation in their name to our Giving Kitchen.
Nice.
So it's given us also a purpose, in our day-to-day job that we know as we get more business, we give more charity. And we've linked that up as being our Giving Kitchen for Mar Vista Design Build is our official nonprofit partner. And we, continue to support it not only personally, but also through our company.
My brother, we're going to try and make your banquet, but I'll do anything to help you. All right, my man?
Marty, you're great. I really appreciate you shining the light on the things that need to be shined on.
And one more time, if folks want to play along, sir.
Yeah, www.ogkpgh.com.
Thank you, sir. He's a great man. Patrick, legit, major player in Hollywood. Major. Right?
Oh, hundreds of movies.
What was the they dominated the one channel my kids watched all day long. What was it?
The Lifetime movie.
Yes. He was a big player. Said, to hell with this. I want to raise my family in a town that rocks, that gets family. And here we are, making a difference. Kind of cool. From the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is we have slowdowns for you if you're trying to head into or through downtown Pittsburgh. No accidents in your way, just lots of brake lights in a couple of spots. One of them is the Parkway East inbound. You'll be off and on the brakes as you come down past Edgewood, Swissvale, and head for the Squirrel Hill tunnels. Once you clear the tunnels, everything rolls well into downtown. Maybe a little bit of a slowdown for you, though, if you're getting up onto the outbound lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge. Again, no obstacles in your way, just congestion. Parkway West inbound is slow right around the Banksville on-ramp. Do want to remind you of some overnight work tonight, 9 p.m. until 5 tomorrow morning, weather permitting, as crews do bridge deck and barrier repair work. They will close the ramp that carries southbound I-279, so that's coming from the Parkway North to the Fort Pitt Bridge. There will be a posted detour. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to the Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 platinum roofing company. While you sleep, there are people you've never met who are working hard to make your morning. People who get up at ungodly hours to make sure you get the information you want while you sleep. People who dedicate their lives to make yours better while you sleep. These people come together during the Big K Morning Show with Larry Richard, 5:30 to 10 in the morning, to make sure you have the best news, traffic, and weather to start your day. Wake up to your friends. Weekday mornings on the Voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
Here's your Jill on Money question of the day.
Robert from California asks, I'm starting to feel burnout at work, and I'm being pushed by my company leadership to take on even more responsibilities and to go for a promotion. I'm not sure if it's worth the extra stress, though. I want the ability to take short breaks and move into more enjoyable work. Well, Robert, it seems like you've answered your question. If you're not happy and ultimately want an off-ramp that leads to more enjoyable work, then I would stall as long as possible while you figure out your next chapter.
Have a question? Go to JillOnMoney.com.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, all veterans, service members, and their families can join. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/veterans. And from all of us, Happy Veterans Day. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Stop me up. So Michael Jacobs, before I wrap this up, I think he has 8 kids, I think. Yeah. And he's Orthodox. He's incredibly faithful and was living in L.A., was a big-time producer of Mare Vista Films. A lot of the shows that your kids would watch, you see his name everywhere. Just do a Google search. And he said, to hell with it, I'm tired of being in this weird L.A. world. And I want my kids to grow up in a town that's family-based and has a big Jewish culture. And he's now in Squirrel Hill in Pittsburgh. It's not as if he hasn't faced animosity here. His business was attacked a couple times because he's Jewish. He has an amazingly beautiful storefront in the heart of Squirrel Hill. And his trucks were vandalized and the windows broken. And he was irate about it, as I was, because, number one, it happened. And number two, no one was ever brought to justice. And but he forges on and makes a difference. So instead of being bitter and hateful and paranoid, he said, to hell with that. Let's start a kitchen. Let's serve 35,000 people. Let's make homemade meals. Let's join forces with the corporate community. And bam, here we are. That's what I'm talking about. You can live in the gutter or step up and out and make a difference, which is what Michael does. I can't afford the remodeling, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's gorgeous. Angie, thanks for holding so long. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Marty. Hey, I respect you, and I listen to your show every single day. But I just wanted to call back and let you know that I work my way off of food stamps, and my husband is a veteran. When he was serving in Iraq, we had 4 children from 2 to 16 years old. And without those food stamps, I don't know what we would have done.
Oh, wow.
And now I am a registered nurse, and I've worked my way off of food stamps, and that's what it's there for.
Wow. So Angie, for all those haters who suggest that anyone on food stamps is fat and lazy and a minority, that's just not true, is it?
No, it makes me so mad because we really struggled. You know, we struggled a lot with the 4 kids. We couldn't afford daycare. Wow. You know, I tried working opposite shifts when he wasn't serving. You know, when he was home. You know, he would work the morning, I would work the afternoon, and even midnight shifts. We did everything we could to make it, and we still just didn't make enough to be able to, you know, afford the food that we needed.
Which, by the way, in my opinion, is a disgrace that we do this to veterans. And at the time, when you're going through this, did you have a certain amount of disappointment in how your country was rewarding your husband's service?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Why wouldn't you?
They're taking care of him now. He's retired, and he was able to get approved for disability. So I mean, it was a battle, but he's okay, and they're taking care of him now. So I can say that for them.
Here's my problem with that, and that's grand and wonderful. But I've sat in homes where military folks, their husbands over there fighting a war, he could die any day, and mom's headed to the food line. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't happen in America.
I do.
That should not happen, should it?
I've done it.
You did it.
It should not. I've done it. I've been that mom in that food line in that Army life. So I've been there. I've done that.
Shouldn't we do better for our veterans and their families?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There is no way in
And
hell.
we didn't want to move around to Army base and Army base, so
Yeah.
I stayed here. I live in the Mon Valley, you
Nice.
know, so we stayed here.
And you went to school and became a nurse at the same time?
I did. I don't know how I did it, and I wouldn't go back and do it again. But yeah, it was rough, but we did it.
Man, you represent everything that works in this country. Every single thing. It's amazing.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It was a rough road, but we made it.
Wow. It's a beautiful story. Angie, thank you, and commend your husband for his service.
I will. I appreciate you, Marty.
Oh,
Have
my
a good
dear.
day.
Thank you, dear. Wow. That makes me sad. I just don't think that we understand that woman standing in the food line or her husband serving overseas. There's no way in hell that woman or any other woman or any other man serving their country should wait in the friggin' for the food stamps to come in. I think that's disgusting and shameful. And for those of you who like to judge, anyone who gets this food assistance, to hell with you. You know what my mom used to say all the time. If not but for the grace of God, therefore art thou go. Rose Griffin's greatest line. Anytime I made a wisecrack about someone or something that irritated my mom or dad. And as you can probably imagine, I was a pain in the ass. Angie, that was the best call I received in a month. And you're bringing tears to my eyes. And if I can ever help you, please, get Marty at KDKRadio.com. Get Marty at KDKRadio.com. And remember this. While he was serving with 4 kids, she went to school and became a damn nurse. How about that? That is an American story.
The KDKA Mobile News Fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for moms.
So, you own a business and work B2B, but you're tired of waiting 30, 60, or even 90 days for payment. Let us turn your invoices into immediate cash and use for payroll, purchasing equipment, or other timely expenses. Say hello to Factor Funding, where we turn your account receivables into cash. This is not a loan. Whether you do a few $1,000s a month or $1 million, it doesn't matter. For fast, flexible, and reliable funding, call today. Grab your pen, take down this number, and call 800-293-4131. 800-293-4131 for a free, no-cost or obligation consultation. Factor Funding can quickly tell you if you qualify and for approximately how much. Concerned about your credit? Don't be. That's not an issue. Whether you're just starting or you've been in business for years, call Factor Funding now. 800-293-4131. 800-293-4131. Convert your invoices to cash. Don't put this off. Call Factor Funding now. 800-293-4131.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why Big Wireless wants you on an unlimited plan? They probably want you to cover the cost of those 20-somethings using all that data every month. But most people 50 and up like me only use 12 gigs or less. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. Switch to Consumer Cellular. Our plans start at just $20, and we use the same towers as the big guys. Join the millions who choose something better, because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This is Ryan Schlabel with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. We've been saving people time, money, and stress for over a decade. You don't have to list with an agent, make any repairs, or have a long closing process. Just call 412-500-9057 for a good fit, come to the house, make you a cash offer on the spot. My team will handle the rest. Dealing with a complicated situation? No problem. Call 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com for a cash offer today.
SchultzFord.com.
SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com. SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
58 and overcast at 11 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. Flying is getting iffy for regional airline passengers as the air carriers are reducing flights by 10%. Travel expert Bobby Laurie says the airlines will protect their profitable transatlantic and hub flights to the big cities.
But those flights that go to the regional airports on regional jets, those are going to be the ones where you really have to look out and be prepared with an alternate route in the event your flight gets canceled.
On the Big K Morning Show, Laurie said delays and cancellations outside of the airline's control, like today's flight cuts, means the airline is not responsible for a hotel stay or meal vouchers for passengers stuck at an airport overnight. Allegheny County Council has voted down a proposal to bring back the use of leg shackles for jail inmates during medical transports. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has that.
Voters approved the ban on restraints in 2021 after reports of abuse at the jail, including excessive use of solitary confinement and restraint chairs. Corrections officers argue the leg shackles are necessary for safety, pointing to escape attempts in recent years. But several council members said the proposal was unnecessary, noting a recent agreement allows hospital security staff to apply restraints under corrections officer supervision. Council rejected the measure 12-2, with only Councilman Jack Batowski and DeWitt Walton voting in favor. County Executive Sarah Innamorato had already pledged to veto it. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
There's a homicide charge now linked to last month's discovery of a body on state game lands in Westmoreland County. State police say Joseph Zavara was arrested Thursday. He's accused of killing Robert Friend, whose body was found by a hunter in Loyal Hanna Township. Investigators suspect Friend was killed a few hours before his remains turned up on October 25th. How Zavara and Friend knew each other is unknown. Well, there's a line of showers moving through Ohio this morning. When will they reach us? And will there be rain during tonight's high school football playoff games?
They're going to get here probably right after lunchtime, maybe as late as 1 or 2 o'clock. The worst of those should be out by the time Friday night lights are getting underway, but the seats are probably going to be wet. You may want the rain gear as that game gets underway.
AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg on the Big K Morning Show. The University of Pittsburgh has opened a recreation and wellness center. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports Chartwell's Higher Education will offer 3 new dining options there, a cafe, a fast casual restaurant, and a juice bar. Students can use their meal plans at the new eateries, and the facility is also available for memberships and eligible faculty. At this hour on Wall Street, the Dow is down 225 points at 46,687. The Nasdaq down 372, and the S&P is down 64 points. KDKA Sports, the high school football game of the week, is a 4A semifinal game with McKeesport and Thomas Jefferson. KDKA kickoff starts at 6, and in college basketball, Pitt will host Longwood. Sacred Heart is at Duquesne. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick with their famous lifetime warranty on materials and labor. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time 11:03. 58 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. AAA traffic in the AccuWeather forecast next.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number, and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information. Free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
Well, the PJ Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, what's up, Marty, is as you are trying to travel through the Squirrel Hill section of the city, Squirrel Hill South, as we would call it, closer to the Parkway East, maybe trying to make it to the Parkway East. If you're traveling in the 5800 block of Forbes Avenue, that's near the intersection with Pecusset Street, we are getting reports of an accident as you try to make your way there, so extra time would be required, and maybe avoid the area if you can. Parkway East on the inbound ride, just slow for you between Edgewood, Swissvale, and the Squirrel Hill tunnels. 28 looks like a great commute if you're grabbing the keys and heading out the door for that particular road right now. Parkway North, I-279 is zipping along at the better than the posted speed limit, as is I-79 through the region. Parkway West on the inbound commute, still just a little bit slow for you. This is right around the Banksville on-ramp before the inbound Fort Pitt tunnels outbound toward the airport. No problems. With AAA traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy for the balance of our Friday. It'll become breezy. Look for a few hours of rain later this afternoon and this evening. The high 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though 43 to 47. Clouds, some intervals of sun tomorrow. Maybe a shower in spots in the afternoon, the high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
New to Medicare, get covered with MediConnect. Listen Wednesdays around 1:40 to hear Lance O'Brien of MediConnect help you navigate the Medicare process. Simply great, unbiased information to get you the best healthcare coverage. Get covered with MediConnect. Medicare made simple.
The following is an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli.
Corey O'Connor will be Pittsburgh's 62nd mayor after a massive landslide win. He's already named a chief of staff and director of public safety, with a chief of police to follow. The mayor-elect intends to send nominations to Pittsburgh Council before taking office. After the inauguration, the O'Connor administration should immediately address two areas of concern: public safety and economic growth. The city needs new officers for an understaffed Bureau of Police. How can hiring be accelerated to end wasteful spending on overtime? Pittsburgh urgently needs new vehicles. Previous mayors failed to keep pace with the city's needs, and now its fleet of police cruisers, ambulances, fire trucks, and plow trucks are in the shop or out of service far too often. At the same time, O'Connor has the challenge of closing the city's budget deficit, and the mayor's office can make it easier for developers to launch projects, a process that takes far too long. With the NFL draft about 6 months away, O'Connor must make sure Pittsburgh is ready for its close-up, as millions of viewers are tuning in during draft week. Hosting the event successfully should leave the perception that Pittsburgh, as a city, is on the rise.
This has been an editorial by KDKA Radio Senior Vice President Market Manager Michael Spacciapoli. To view a transcript, go to kdkaradio.com.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Can I say something about Angie's story? This is what aggravates me about people. The need right now for food is dramatic, and 1 in 4 military families are poor. I mean, flat out poor. Man, you ever been on a military base? You ever been in some of the housing? Damn. I lived in better apartments in college, and apartments in college suck. Man, you can't believe how many people in the military with hubby overseas who could die today are poor, and they have 4 kids. I get so aggravated when people start judging why folks need and what they're allowed to do, like this guy. And I like this guy. I get stuff from him all the time. And that's fine, and we all have a right to our opinion, but he says this about Angie. Angie's story is what's broken with the military. We need to take care of veterans. However, Angie's story represents, you know what income you are getting from your husband in the military. You know what you can afford. We have 4 children if you can't afford it. Now, granted, Angie busted her ass and made it work, but she's certainly the minority. You have 3 kids yourself. You know how expensive it is. We need to value children and the responsibilities that come with it. Oh, really? So being poor is now your version of birth control. So if you're in the military, they need to tell you in advance, you know you can't afford to have more than 1 kid. So don't. Here's the birth control. Go away, man. Shoot fly. With that theory, sir, I never would have been born because we were poor. And all my friends at Central that came from families of 8 and some 12 would never, ever have been born. We made it like Angie made it. And this crap that, you know, you got to understand you can't afford those 4 kids, Angie, so get rid of 2 of them and we're cool. That doesn't fly with me. It's the same notion that people believe that, and Patrick sent me this graphic that is so relevant. People believe that everybody who gets assistance and everybody who gets food is lazy and shifty and minority. And what I hate is when I see video, a live stream that we're at the food bank or we're at a turkey giveaway, and these jagoffs are jumping in live saying, why are they driving a Bronco? Why? How is it they can afford a Ford Ranger or whatever the hell they're driving, and they can't afford food? Go away. Shoot fly. Let me come to your house and do a little inventory. Jagoffs. Yeah, I do get angry. And one more thing. In terms of the folks on SNAP assistance, 35 to 37% are white, 25 to 26% are black, 15 to 16% are Hispanic, 3 to 4% are Asian, 1% Native American. There you have it. Brian Gulish, my man, with the Pittsburgh Food Bank. How are you, sir? The hardest working man in the food assistance business. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
My man, you sent me a text that is so poignant and says so much about you. I love this guy. We've been friends a hell of a long time, and he never says no, and he gives a damn. I'll tell you what he did. He sent me a text last night when I was communicating with him to set this up, and I said, man, you guys are getting slammed. How the hell do you do this? I swear I did. He goes, we are food bankers. I love this, man. It gave me chills. Our staff is resilient. We are working our butts off and making it happen. My brother, that's what it's all about. You make us proud, sir. It matters to you, doesn't it, Brian?
It does. And I mean, you said me as the hardest worker. I see 160 people here at this organization.
Nice.
Even today, with 300 people coming here directly for food assistance. Last year, we had 9,000 volunteers. Thousands of donors in the community, corporate partners, media partners like yourself. If it's not for that entire network of individuals coming together, everybody has the agency to make change. Everybody has a power. We have a new campaign out called The Power of You.
Nice.
You have a power, no matter how big, how small, but every power together, that makes our mission work.
My man, you guys are kicking ass. And you're also, Brian, throw this out there. You're seeing some crazy numbers in terms of demand, are you not, sir?
We are. I mean, traditionally at the on-site pantry here, the market in Duquesne, we'd serve 150 to 175 families a day. Yesterday, we served 301 families. The day before that, I believe it was 390 families. Today, the line is around the building again. Phone calls are up. Website traffic's up. And I'm not talking small numbers. On October 13th, we received 50 calls to our resource center. Yesterday, received 150 calls to our resource center. It all correlates with the impacts of the shutdown and the SNAP benefits being announced that they wouldn't be funded in November. Individuals and families who rely on not just the food bank, but to supplement that nutrition through SNAP benefits, they're now coming to us. 25 local federal workers who are going without paychecks. They've never been to the food bank before. They're coming to the food bank for the first time. So there's a lot that's going into this to see that increased need, not to mention November, December, the holidays are traditionally our busiest time of the season.
Ryan Gulish with the Greater Pitt Food Bank. My man Thomas Stahl stepped up pretty big. You got some players that are saying, tell me how I can help, right?
Absolutely. You know, the Tall Family Foundation, enough food for 150,000 meals. And the product that we got wasn't just canned non-perishable items. We're talking fresh food. We're talking meats. We're talking produce. So that's a huge step up there. You know, everybody can donate to the food bank, whether food or funds. And for us, to be honest, funds are the best way to go because we can stretch the dollar the farthest. For every $1 that is provided to the food bank, we can provide enough food for up to 3 meals. We can stretch that dollar very far. And that food that Mr. Tall donated yesterday, it's already out the door. It's already to our pantries. It's already in our market here at Duquesne. We've already turned that food around, and it's already in the community.
Brian Gulish with the food bank. The truth is, though, my man, and why I love you and why I love you don't judge, man. You don't give a damn what car someone pulls up in or what tennis shoes you're wearing. Need is need, right, brother?
It is, and that could be somebody's last asset. Somebody could lose a paycheck, miss one paycheck. It's, do I pay my car payment so I can go to the food bank to get food, or do I get my car repossessed? Same thing with mortgages and medical bills, medicine, things like that. Food is one of those things most people often give up, and half of the people we serve are children and seniors. It shouldn't be like that. So you have parents making difficult choices to skip meals so their kids can eat. And again, like I mentioned, you miss that first paycheck, you've got those tough decisions, and the food bank is here to support you in your greatest time of need. Not just here at Duquesne, but through our 11 county service area, we have 1,000 agency partners and programs that do this work with us.
You said something important, Brian. It's kind of a mix here. You got laid off folks, furloughed folks. You got folks who are just flat out losing their benefits. It's a combination of folks in need right now, is it not, sir?
It is. Again, it's a lot of individuals who, to your point, some people work 2 jobs. They're just not making enough money to put the food on the table.
Right on.
They're not lazy. They're not just sitting around doing nothing. They're actually out there, and they're the ones that are also being impacted by these federal cuts. So we as an organization are urging Congress to come together to reopen the government because that funding is so critical to everyone in our community.
Have you seen it like this? And I'm guessing you expect it to get worse, sir, in terms of the need.
So during the pandemic, if you just look at that 12 months of the pandemic, we distributed enough food for 40 million meals.
Wow.
Well, the previous 12 months that we just ended on, we distributed enough food for 53 million.
Whoa.
There's a 13 mil increase from the peak of the pandemic. So yes, this is the highest it's ever been. And yes, with the numbers that are coming in now, we know we're going to continue to see increases. And, as we roll those 12 months over, and we see exactly how much food's going out the door, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going to distribute more food because the demand is increasing.
Well, man, I'll never forget your quote. And the fact that you believe this, too. We are food bankers, man. We go. We deliver. I love it, my man. Keep on keeping on, man. But the best thing people can do is write a check, right? Cash is king in terms of your ability to turn that around. Yes, sir?
Yeah, absolutely. You go to our website, pittsburghfoodbank.org. Right on the front page there, you're going to see a box that shows up. There's a get food or a find food guide that you can click on. There's also a give money guide, a donate guide that'll take you through the process to make a donation to the food bank and support the mission.
Brian Gulish, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing organization. We're food bankers from the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is just minor delays as you approach both the Fort Pitt and Squirrel Hill tunnels. And in Squirrel Hill, crews have made quick work of an earlier accident on Forward Avenue near Placusset Street, so just watch out for residual delays there. But delays could impact your Saturday as you try to get around the annual Veterans Day Parade downtown. The parade steps off at 10:30 a.m. at the intersection of 10th and Liberty Avenues and then proceeds down Liberty toward Point State Park. You can expect restrictions in that area, obviously, and PRT buses will be detoured around the scene of the parade from about 9 a.m. until 2:30 p.m., so you'll want to plan for that as well. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Most transactions, relationships, engagements with a lawyer is transactional, right? Business dealings, divorce, taxes, whatever ends, criminal case, whatever ends up being. Not with Julian Gray. He has become, his law firm has become an integral part of our family. My wife, her parents are struggling in Florida. Julian Gray's social workers did amazing things to help them in Florida. My sister is struggling with pancreatic cancer and wants an estate plan, and she's talking to him right now. He spent a month on estate plan for myself and my wife, GrayAutoLawn.com. They're amazing. The way they handle you like family is kind of why I'm telling you this story about how it's affected my family's life and how it's become more than transactional. It's made a massive difference in our lives. GrayAutoLawn.com. 412-458-6000. 412-458-6000.
Hey, it's Sam. And I'm Calvin with Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks. When we started out, we were building decks out of the back of our pickup trucks, and Grandma's garage was HQ.
We didn't have much, but we had family and a promise to do things the family way.
We saw way too many contractors cutting corners and treating their clients terribly, so we built Cousins Roofing, Siding, and Decks on honesty, craftsmanship, and always doing right by the client.
We've grown a lot since Grandma's garage, but those values haven't changed. Call the Cousins.
Call 989-COUSINS today or visit callthecousins.com.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com. Tune in this Sunday morning at 8 for the Coons Cooking Hour with Rob Pratt and the Coons Market team when they discuss pizza and calzone recipes. It's the Coons Cooking Hour, presented by Coons Market, your hometown Pittsburgh grocer.
Attention, Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more. And Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-674-5196. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-674-5196 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-674-5196. Again, 412-674-5196. 412-674-5196.
UPMC, life-saving, life-changing information. Wonderful.
Hear about it, then talk about it. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
A couple of veterans texted me, wanted to kick the guy's ass who sent me that note about they shouldn't have more kids. The guy said, I bet he's not a veteran. That's what I'm saying. My father, they had 8. My father had 1 shirt, man. I'm just saying, if the Irish who came over here and the Italians who came over here and the Polish who came over here had that equation, well, we don't have enough money to raise 8 kids, then we can only afford 1, so the hell with the other 7. None of us would be here. None of us. None of us. And I love military people because of the your husband's taking on gunfire and you're in a food line? You kidding me? Justin, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Marty.
Thanks for holding, brother.
Yeah, no problem. I'm on Social Security, so I get about $11,000 a year.
Whoa. It's nothing.
So I really need these food stamps.
How much you get a month? How much you get a month?
$900 a month.
Total.
Off of Social Security. Wow. And about...
How much are you getting the benefits, the food benefits? How many?
$200 to $300 on how much it fluctuates.
For the whole month?
Because, yeah.
That's one trip to the grocery store. Huh.
Yeah, and I have seizures, and I can't drive. And my friends all work during the day, so food bank hours really don't work for me. So I'm curious. Kind of funny here. I'm curious.
Hold on, I don't know
Once President Trump gets this $350 million food and ballroom done, how many people that he knocked off food stamps is he going to invite over for a hot meal?
Zero.
Because it should fit quite a few of us.
So are there any services that deliver food to folks like himself who's impaired? There have to be.
I have no idea.
I got to find out. Go ahead, Patrick.
So, one thing we've seen when we've been in some of these distribution lines, there are people that are showing up from different groups, picking up for families that can't make it out there. So there are groups. I don't know one.
Hold on, Justin. I got to get your information. I got to find out. There has to be a way to get men like him, women like him that are impaired and can't drive. Can you hold on for me, man?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
It's a great phone call. And your point about Trump is flat out spot on. This opulence in the face of the ignorance towards folks who are in desperate need for food is glaring. It's absolutely embarrassing, and they should be ashamed. And it's why they got their asses kicked, quite frankly, on election night this week. I don't know. I don't know how we can get him food, but we'll find a way. I know that there are a lot more Americans that care than don't care. And I want to commend the folks at the food bank. They work their tails off. No one gets paid. You know, they're all middle-class folks, and all they want to do is help. That number he threw out there that they serve more than 53 million people just tells you where we're at in terms of poverty and need in this region. It's bad.
The holidays are back at Starbucks, so share the season with a peppermint mocha. Starbucks signature espresso, velvety mocha, and cool peppermint notes, topped with whipped cream and dark chocolate curls. Together is the best place to be at Starbucks.
How do you stay humble when you're America's #1 wiper blade? That's what we're currently dealing with at Rain-X. Is it even possible to humble brag when you bully Mother Nature like we do? Do we sound too conceited if we keep repeating how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America? No, we'll take a lesson from our wipers and just keep doing our job with humility. As America's #1 wiper blade. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912. 800-329-9912.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The Colorectal Cancer Alliance wants you to know a lot of things in life are preventable. Ooh, gas station sushi. That's preventable. And even colon cancer can be preventable if you get screened. If you're 45 or older, talk to your doctor. Go to colorectalcancer.org to learn more.
from the Aetna Medicare studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 58 and overcast at 11:30. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A wave of flight cancellations hit the United States today to limit air traffic as the government shutdown, now the longest in U.S. history, continues. On the Big K Morning Show, travel expert Bobby Laurie was asked which flights would be targeted first.
The regional flights, the smaller jets that only seat 50 or so people, they also take a departure and arrival slot at an airport. So airlines are looking at cutting some of those flights first because it'll be the least impact.
Laurie said passengers booked on larger planes have little to worry about today, with the number of flights being canceled capped at 4%. But next week, this number will go up to the full 10%. We've heard speculation this week about the season's first snowfall. Is that possible?
Oh, I think it's a likelihood. I think it's going to happen. It's just a question of what it's going to look like. Is it going to amount to much of anything?
AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg on the Big K Morning Show on the timing of this.
I think as early as Sunday night there'll be some snowflakes in the air, and probably through Tuesday morning we could see snow showers across the area.
Joe says some of it may stick, but it's the higher elevations where accumulating snow is likely. PNC announced this morning it will open more than 300 new branches by 2030, about triple the amount announced in their original plan last year. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports PNC also increased its investment in this to $2 billion. To support the retail expansion, the bank plans to hire more than 2,000 employees. On Wall Street, the market's all down right now. The Dow is off by 307 points at 46,605. The Nasdaq is down 414 points now, and the S&P down 71. KDKA Radio News Time 11:31. Our next news at noon. I'm Paul Rasmussen on the Voice of Pittsburgh News Radio KDKA.
Hey folks, it's Marty. Voss TV and Appliance has a huge selection of big brand names and prices you'll love. Third generation family business. Rick, Matt, the entire Voss team provides meaningful service that actually serves. They answer phones, show up on time, and truly care about their customers. It's old school service that matters, and you won't find it anywhere else. Visit Voss's South Hills showroom today. 412-650-VOSS, 412-650-VOSS. Love them. The lowest prices guaranteed. All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstadt's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstadt's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstadt's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstadt's. Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
In sports, it's the dream team. And if your car is out of warranty, there's a team for that as well. You, the driver, your mechanic, and Endurance to pay for the repair bills. I'm Danica Patrick. In the past 5 years, auto repair costs have gone up over 36%. And if your manufacturer's warranty is expired, you'll have to cover it all. With an Endurance auto protection plan, no matter what the mileage, if your car is under 20 years old, Endurance can get you covered on the engine, electrical system, transmission, AC, and more. Endurance has plans for any budget. Repairs can be done by the certified mechanic of your choice. Plans cover 24/7 towing, battery jumps, fuel deliveries, tire changes, and lockout services. Act now and get the benefits of our Elite Plan, a $2,000 value at no extra cost. With Endurance, you could never pay for covered auto repairs again. So call now for your free quote.
Call 800-293-8030. That's 800-293-8030. 800-293-8030.
So, 2 things. My sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Americans spend $66 billion on weight loss products and services each year. And you know what? Right here in our hometown, Pittsburgh's very own board-certified and licensed hypnotherapist Dan Bitchoff has helped thousands of people do just that, lose weight, keep it off. In fact, he's been helping people take back control of their lives for more than 20 years. here in Pittsburgh at the PA Hypnosis Center. You have an opportunity to do the same. Are you battling anxiety? So many people are. He can help you with that. If you want to quit smoking, Dan Vitchoff is the call you should make at the PA Hypnosis Center today. Schedule your pre-consultation at 724-934-8446, 724-934-8446. Dan can help you reach your goal with a 98% success guarantee. 724-934-8446. Call now.
From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
What's up, Marty? Is some slowdowns now on the Parkway West. Stop and go begins for you right around the top of Green Tree Hill into the Fort Pitt tunnels. Also some sluggish traffic on the lower deck of the Fort Pitt Bridge coming from the Parkway North I-279 Fort Duquesne Bridge or the Parkway East trying to make it through those outbound Fort Pitt tunnel portals. Parkway East is a little slow at Edgewood Swissvale. For your weekend and overnight travels, just wanted to remind you that there will be ramp closures from the inbound or eastbound I-376 Parkway West. Heading northbound on I-79 toward Erie, that ramp will close, as will the southbound 79 ramp. Heading outbound toward Pittsburgh International Airport on the Parkway West, that'll start at 6 tonight and continue till 7 a.m. That'll happen tonight and Saturday night, so keep that in mind. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for some rain later this afternoon and this evening. High 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though 43 to 47. More clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be an afternoon shower in spots. High 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The 106th Pittsburgh Veterans Day Parade is this Saturday, November 8th at 10:30 a.m. on Liberty Avenue in downtown Pittsburgh. Stand united as we honor those men and women who have selflessly protected our freedom. Parade details at PittsburghVeteransDayParade.com. See you there.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at KennyRoss.com.
Here we go. It's a Friday. Want to send you off into the weekend the right way. Can't wait. 2 to 6. Colin Dunlap, KDK.
I was sitting here looking at Bobby Kurlick's title. He's the Director of Public Affairs at the airport. There you go. He was an unbelievable reporter for the Trib. He would have like 4 stories a day in there. Anyway, he's the mouthpiece at the airport. He's unbelievably talented and responsive and kind and great communicator and never lies. And why am I telling you this? Because people are freaking out about their flights. And we know Pittsburgh, they say, wasn't directly involved in terms of the cutbacks. However, there are some changes at the airport. As of this morning, this is from Bobby Kurlick, Director of Public Affairs at the airport. He's fantastic. Fantastic. 8 cancellations related to the FAA reductions. 8. 4 arrivals, 4 departures. Okay? 8 cancellations, 4 arrivals, 4 departures. The number will evolve throughout the day. His advice for travelers, check with your airlines about flight status before coming to the airport. Some people booked multiple flights. One of my boys, who's an insider, says that, let me get to it so I don't screw it up. Monday, it's supposed to get ugly. Monday, TSA and the air traffic controllers will start getting the flu on Monday, sometime Monday. Well, that means it's going to get ugly if that happens. They're all hacked off, and I would be too. I just would be. Tell me anyone out there that could go a month without pay and would still go to work. I don't know anyone that would. And we've covered this ground before. Most Americans don't have $1,000. About 80% don't have $1,000 to pay for something in an emergency. So if they lose a month's paycheck, it's already, and then headed into another one, there's some people with a lot of anxiety, and they're angry. And I got a bunch of messages to my Facebook Messenger from air traffic controllers and TSA folks who say that they're driving Uber, DoorDash, they're taking side jobs. A lot of people quit. Can't pay their bills, man. And so it makes sense if Monday... Now, we keep hearing rumblings out of Washington that they're going to fix this. We'll see. Maybe it won't come to it, but they better pay them soon. Meantime, we got Veterans Day coming up. We've been talking a lot about the military in this show and how tough it is to make ends meet in the military and how about 1 in 4 military families need food assistance. SNAP. My man, Rick the Barber, never, ever, ever, ever misses an opportunity to help veterans. And here we go again. What's up, brother? How are you?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. We're busy here. I just wanted to pass the message on. We're doing a little bit different here.
Hold on.
Okay.
Everybody shoots the BS in the barbershop. Who do they blame this shutdown for in the barbershop?
All the politicians, both sides.
Nice. That's where I'm at.
I mean, we're all sticking together. We're all, we're the greatest country in the world, and we shouldn't have this.
No way, man.
There's, it doesn't take a rocket science.
It doesn't, brother.
To fix this problem.
You're doing something special again. Talk about it, brother.
Starting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock and going to whenever, 16:30, I don't care, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. We're giving free haircuts here Saturday, Monday, and Tuesday for veterans. No questions asked. We just do it. We've been doing it here for, 20 years now?
Nice.
Monday being the Marine Corps birthday, 250 years.
Yes.
That's a special place for me. And,
Hell yeah.
It is what it is. But, we'll be, and that, I wanted to ask you, with that guy that was in there that called you earlier, is he a veteran that's only surviving on $900 a month?
Wow. No, I don't think so, sir.
Okay. All right. Well,
we're going to take care of him.
All righty. I know you would.
So tell everybody again, I think it's important they hear it again, what you're doing. Tell them where you're at, first of all. I love his place.
We're located in Blawnox, 352 Freeport Road.
You can't
My
miss
phone number 724-470-3976. All the flags will be flying out front.
Yep.
Like we do. And just come on in and, just come on in. We'll take care of you.
Free haircuts today, Monday and Tuesday?
Since you said it today, we'll do it today, Saturday, and Monday and Tuesday.
You're amazing, man. And why do you think it's so important that you do this, brother?
We just got to give back, sir. We have to give back to these guys. And ladies.
Right.
I do cut a couple of women's hair too.
Nice.
But we have to give back.
You do.
We owe them. We owe these vets so much.
And
I got them. I have my oldest vet that comes in is 102. And
what?
He's 102. He comes. His daughter brings him down from Cranberry.
That's adorable. Come on, Rick.
Nope, 102.
That is so freaking cool.
Last week, I've had two guys meet. They hadn't seen each other in 50 years, and one, I guess they're about 88, 89, and they broke down in tears here because they hadn't seen it in 50 years.
It's more than a barbershop, brother. Hey, one more time, throw the address out there.
We're located Rick's Barbershop, Pittsburgh, 352 Freeport Road, Blon Ox. My phone number is 724-470-3976. We'll be here from 0800 to, whatever.
It's
okay.
You can't miss it, man. He's got all the big flags out front. It's right in the main drag. It's got the little, what's that little thing that spins around? What's it called? Barber pole. He's my man. Thanks, Rick. You're my man.
Thank you so much.
He always does the right thing. I mean, he's doing it again. Kind of cool. From the P.J. Fitzpatrick Home Improvement Traffic Center, AAA Traffic, powered by Bowser. My friend Ellen, what's up?
All right, Marty, what's up is as we look out over the area roads right now, it's pretty quiet. Just some minor delays for you off and on the brakes as you head down on the Parkway East from Edgewood Swissvale to the Squirrel Hill tunnels. A little bit of sluggish traffic with, again, the dance on the brakes going down the front side of Green Tree Hill toward the Fort Pitt tunnels. Want to talk about the weekend. The Veterans Day Parade is tomorrow. Steps off at 10:30 a.m. from the intersection of 10th and Liberty Avenue and proceeds down Liberty toward Point State Park. Obviously, expect restrictions in the area around the parade route, and buses will be detoured from approximately 9 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. around it as well. Sunday, it is the EQT Pittsburgh 10-miler and 10K, so as part of everything going on there, you'll find that the 7th Street Bridge and the 16th Street Bridge will be closed 6:30 a.m. until about 11:30 a.m. That's, again, on Sunday. With AAA Traffic, I'm Ellen Gamble on 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. Get ready. Black Friday starts now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress stores. My friend Robert Levin and his team are giving you the lowest prices of the year on furniture and mattresses. Take an extra 25% off every living room, every bedroom, every dining room. Get incredible early Black Friday deals. Plus, special 5 years financing with no money down on qualifying purchases of $24.99 or more. Black Friday starts now at all Levin Furniture and Mattress locations.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
This report brought to you by NJM Insurance.
Why is NJM Insurance silent in an industry full of catchy jingles? And how do they do what's right when things go wrong? Tune in to Baffling Mysteries to find out.
This fictional podcast is brought to you by NJM. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Hearing the news every day is one thing. Hearing it hit home is something altogether different. It's the difference you hear every day on KDKA Radio. We go beyond the benign headlines and bring the news to life. Your life. So stay here and hear the news and what a difference it makes. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Newsmax, you like Newsmax. I like it too. Newsmax has been terrific.
President Trump is right. Millions like you are tuning into Newsmax. You're watching Newsmax on cable. You're going to our streaming channel, Newsmax 2. And you're downloading our free Newsmax app on your smartphones and TVs. Reuters Institute says we're now one of the top news brands in the nation. Every night, watch great shows with Rob Schmidt, Carl Higbie, Rob Finnerty, and more as they expose the big media lies, the Washington swamp, and they're never afraid to talk about faith, freedom, and the values that made us great. Find out why Newsmax is the fastest-growing news channel in America. Make the switch today and join our news revolution. Get Newsmax on cable, on streaming, and download the free app today. It takes just seconds to start. Let President Trump know you stand with Newsmax. It's for real news, for real people. Make the switch today.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A one-in-the-region luxury retailer on McKnight Road is slated to close in the new year. According to a report in Women's Wear Daily, parent company Saks Global has decided to close 9 of its off-price stores called Saks Off 5th in the new year. A closure list that includes Pittsburgh North, meaning its only Western Pennsylvania store at the Block Northway in Ross Township. An inquiry to a spokesman at Saks didn't generate an immediate response. However, the company has since confirmed the closure. Also, the People's Gas Holiday Market's returning for its 14th year, albeit in a different space. With construction on Market Square's renovation as part of the $600 million effort to revitalize downtown ongoing, the People's Gas Holiday Market is moving from its usual spot to the Cultural District. It will take over 3 outdoor spaces in the area, the Katz Plaza, the Cultural Trust Oasis, and the Benham Center's parking lot. Vendors from Pittsburgh and beyond will take over those spaces beginning alongside Light Up Night on November 21st and running through Christmas Eve. The location change is expected to be temporary, as Market Square is expected to be fully reopen in the spring. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I know this is out of left field. Anyone have Florida property? This is actually funny. And we've seen this. I'm trying to get video. One of my boys owns property in South Florida. Who doesn't? We don't. But they're getting a falling iguana alert. So it gets to a certain temperature. And it says here they can see daytime highs in the upper 80s. But then at night, wow, 50 degrees. And then in some areas of Alabama and Florida in the 20s, cold, quite a change in Florida. Iguana alert. How about that? I guess they, yeah, I've seen the video. I've seen it for years. They get, something happens to them and they just pass out. They're wimps. So they get this alert around 40, 45 degrees, most of the state. And they go into cold shock. My wife does that. Covered in blankets, 70 degrees. She doesn't pass out. And so this weekend, I guess it's in the 40s in some places. Polar vortex. Yeah, that's what that is. I don't have a clue. And the meteorologists are saying a falling iguana alert. Falling iguana alert issued in Florida. How about this? Don't assume that they're dead. Okay. Falling iguana is possible. This is from a meteorologist down there. They're not dead. Oh, wow. Just temporarily stunned and immobilized from the cold. Especially if it drops below 45 degrees only in Florida. Wow. Don't step on them. Don't trounce them. Tom says, I'm usually immobilized when temperatures hit 50 degrees. Oh, there's all the cynics. Get the grills out. They're great to barbecue. There is absolutely no empathy for the poor frozen. They taste like chicken. And they're an invasive species. Throw them on the grill. Wow. Wow. Oh, Scott. Wow. Don't put the sleeping dudes in your warm car. Wow. Nightmare. And then there's Jim. I saw a large iguana begging for food at the local 7-Eleven. They taste like chicken. Oh. So, below 45 degrees, wear a helmet if you're walking under trees. Is there sound to that? You got to play that, Trevin. Do you have it yet? Let me know. Appropriate. Y'all better put your pet iguanas. Oh, my. Put fur coats on your pet iguanas. This is great stuff. I love this. So, you have it? Yep. Listen to this.
Look at old boy struggling.
Floridians brace for it pretty much every year.
He fell right out the tree.
Massive green iguanas, falling down from trees as if they're frozen solid. And well, in the winter, they kind of are. So let's explain how that happens. Green iguanas are an invasive species in Florida. They're actually native to Central and South America. And these reptiles don't handle the cold very well because they rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperatures. Once the temperature drops below 50 degrees Fahrenheit, that's when experts say green iguanas start feeling sluggish and lethargic. But it's not until temperatures drop below the mid-40s that you really start seeing them fall out of the trees.
Wow.
It's at that temperature range that the reptiles go dormant or get cold stunned.
Wow.
They may look dead, but don't worry. He's still alive.
Look at the
It's
poor
just
guy.
how their bodies remain operating until the temperatures creep back up above 50. The real problem with these falling iguanas is their massive size. The adult males can get up to 5 feet long
Whoa.
and weigh up to 20 pounds.
Whoa.
So if you see one falling from the trees above, you might want to watch out.
Oh, my. There you go. Sir, what happened to you? You got a brace on and your head's bandaged? What the hell's going on? Iguana. What do you mean? Iguana hit me in the head. Oh. A 20-pound iguana hits you in the head. You're having a bad friggin' day, man. Wow. Can you imagine? Of all the things you have to worry about in your life, honey, if you're going out today, bring the helmet. Huh? Oh, yeah, one of my friends got hit with an iguana yesterday. He's dead. All right. I'll be careful.
It's the little things. The information you need. People you know. The little things that make a big difference. The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. All the time I'm talking about auto accidents, big crashes, big wrecks. Call 1-800-GET-PHIL or 412-281-5005. Look, Phil DeLucente and Associates, they're in Pittsburgh. They give free, that's right, free consultations. Phil and Ken Nolan, his partner, handle auto cases. I've worked with them a lot. So call 1-800-GET-PHIL. Call Ken Nolan and Phil DeLucente now at 1-800-GET-PHIL today. They're the best, folks.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/life.
At Audien Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone.
We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
64 with overcast skies at 12 o'clock. I'm Paul Rasmussen. A McKees Rocks man is charged with over 20 crimes. Among them, aggravated assault of an unborn child. The sheriff's office says after 24-year-old Justin Doherty was released from the county jail in August, he allegedly went to his ex-girlfriend's apartment, assaulted her, and when he learned she was pregnant, punched her in the stomach multiple times. When the victim's new boyfriend and another man arrived and tried to get Doherty out of the residence, authorities say he fired several shots before forcing the victim and a 1-year-old girl into a car. After driving around and threatening the woman with more physical violence if she told police what happened, Doherty got out of the vehicle. Detectives found out he was in a Stowe Township home and arrested him this morning. Flying is getting iffy for regional airline passengers as carriers are reducing flights by 10%. Travel expert Bobby Laurie says the airlines will protect their profitable transatlantic routes and domestic flights to big cities.
But those flights that go to the regional airports on regional jets, those are going to be the ones where you really have to look out and be prepared with an alternate route in the event your flight gets canceled.
On the Big K Morning Show, Laurie said delays and cancellations outside of the airline's control, like today's flight cuts, means the airline is not responsible for a hotel stay or meal vouchers for passengers stuck at an airport overnight. Unionized workers at Starbucks stores across the country are threatening to walk off the job on November 13th. That's the company's Red Cup Day, unless contract talks resume. Alex Barnett represents employees at the East Side Starbucks.
What we're really looking for is $20 an hour as a base starting pay with 5% annual raises. We're looking to increase labor budgets at the store. That way we can get more employees. That way we can have more employees working full-time so they can support their families.
But at this point, Barnett says the workers just want the company to come back to the negotiating table. There is a line of showers moving through Ohio this morning coming our way. When will they reach us, and will there be rain during tonight's high school football playoff games?
They're going to get here probably right after lunchtime, maybe as late as 1 or 2 o'clock. The worst of those should be out by the time Friday Night Lights are getting underway, but the seats are probably going to be wet. You may want the rain gear as that game gets underway.
AccuWeather's Joe Lundberg earlier on the Big K Morning Show. Happening Sunday is the EQT 10-mile run. P3R President and CEO Troy Schooley says this is the event's 13th year and the first time with over 5,500 participants.
We're excited to welcome people. We've got 33 states represented on Sunday in 4 different countries, so it's always great to get people in from around the world into our city for the weekend.
There's still time to sign up. Go to pittsburgh10miler.org for details. On Wall Street at this hour, the markets have been down all morning long. Right now, the Dow is off by 379 points at 46,533. The NASDAQ down 470 points now. That's more than 2%. And the S&P is down 83. In KDKA Sports, our high school football game of the week is a 4A semifinal matchup. McKeesport and Thomas Jefferson. KDKA kickoff starts at 6. In college basketball, Pitt hosts Longwood. Sacred Heart is at Duquesne. The news is brought to you by P.J. Fitzpatrick. Home improvements with no interest financing if you need it. TrustPJ.com. KDKA Radio News Time, 12:03. 64 and overcast in Pittsburgh now. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind.
eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for some rain later this afternoon and this evening. High 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though 43 to 47. More clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be an afternoon shower in spots. High 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
So, you own a business and work B2B, but you're tired of waiting 30, 60, or even 90 days for payment. Let us turn your invoices into immediate cash and use for payroll, purchasing equipment, or other timely expenses. Say hello to Factor Funding, where we turn your account receivables into cash. This is not a loan. Whether you do a few $1,000s a month or $1 million, it doesn't matter. For fast, flexible, and reliable funding, call today. Grab your pen, take down this number, and call 800-293-4131. 800-293-4131 for a free, no-cost or obligation consultation. Factor Funding can quickly tell you if you qualify and for approximately how much. Concerned about your credit? Don't be. That's not an issue. Whether you're just starting or you've been in business for years, call Factor Funding now. 800-293-4131. 800-293-4131. Convert your invoices to cash. Don't put this off. Call Factor Funding now. 800-293-4131.
Prescription products require completion of an online medication consultation with an independent healthcare provider through the LifeMD platform and are only available if prescribed. Subscription required. Individual results may vary. Additional restrictions apply at lifemd.com. Read all warnings before using GLP-1s. Side effects may include a risk of thyroid C-cell tumors. Do not use GLP-1s if you or your family have a history of thyroid cancer.
Confused on where to start with weight loss medication? 95% of LifeMD patients said starting their weight loss journey was simple. Go to trylifemd.com now and see the best options with or without insurance for Wegovy, Zepbound, and more. Brian was approved for insurance coverage and lost 100 pounds.
I love the fact that insurance covered almost everything because pharmaceutical prices are going through the roof. The first time I realized that LifeMD was working for me was when the hunger started going away. I never thought losing weight would be this easy. It's given me more energy. I would recommend LifeMD to anybody.
Nearly 96% of patients said they would recommend the LifeMD program to anyone who wants to lose weight. Get started right now at trylifemd.com. That's TRYLIFEMD.com.
A trial is 99% preparation, and nobody prepares better than us. Get the good guys, Goodrich and Geist.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
If my man Andy Sheehan retires, KDK TV needs to just shut down. Turn it into a convenience store. He is the man. This piece last night, man, hit it home with me. We have Sheehan on hold and this fabulous attorney, John Bajetsky, but I want you to hear this Sheehan piece first. Listen.
Whether it was drinking or speeding or some other charge, judges have ordered the suspension of thousands of driver's licenses in Allegheny County over the past 12 years. But several hundred of those drivers were never notified until now. Somebody or some people in this office didn't do their job.
It was definitely a breakdown in the system.
Was it shocking when you found out?
Yes, it was very shocking.
It can only be seen as a massive screw-up in the Department of Court Records. After a judge orders a license suspension, the department is supposed to forward that ruling to PennDOT, which then notifies the defendant. But a recent audit revealed about 1,500 of those rulings were never sent. Now those drivers are getting letters like this one from PennDOT telling them to surrender their license.
And now, over a decade later, they're getting hit with a license suspension that could potentially cause them to lose their job, lose all of the things that they worked for.
John Bajetsky represents several clients, one of whom was convicted of driving under the influence 8 years ago. Since then, she's cleaned up her life, becoming a nurse who travels in her job. He says this delayed suspension could cost her her career.
when she's done everything she could possibly do to atone for what had happened. It turned her life completely around to a model citizen, and now she's going to have everything she's worked for stripped away from her because of this license suspension.
Court Records Director Michael McGeever says the failure involves clerks, supervisors, and the system itself. And he's putting in safeguards to ensure this doesn't happen in the future, but can only tell those impacted to file appeals.
You feel bad about people getting these?
I do. I feel extremely bad. I really do. I've thought about it, but I thought I was sickened by this.
But there is no blanket pardon. These letters from PennDOT tell the defendants to surrender their driver's license and face a potentially lengthy and expensive appeals process.
It's a great story. It makes me sick. I got both Sheehan, who's my man, and my new best friend, John Bajeski, his attorney, on the phone. Wow. Sheehan,
about that?
This is shocking, brother. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's a massive screw-up, and it's completely embarrassing, for the county Department of Court Records. They actually had 20,000 dispositions that never made it to Harrisburg.
What?
There's 20. Anytime somebody gets charged with a driving offense and has to go to court, whatever happens, that the ruling has to go to Harrisburg, to PennDOT, even if there's no penalty involved. Well, about 1,500 of these were driver's suspensions, and they never got them.
Wow.
Right? Somebody didn't press send. The supervisor didn't look at it. It went on for 12, 13 years, and nobody caught it, right? Jesus. So 1,500 of these people that had their driver's license suspended or ordered never got that notification. So they went about their lives, and now in the last couple of weeks they're getting these letters from PennDOT saying, hey, come down here and give up your license.
Hey, John.
So that's regardless.
John Bajeski.
Hey, Marty.
John, this is how the hell did you find out about this, John?
Well, I got a phone call from a person who's not a client but became one, who said, hey, I got this letter out of the blue from PennDOT. I got a DUI back in 2018, and, now they want to take my license away for a year, and they're saying because the law was different then, I can't get an ignition interlock license that would let me drive. I can't get an occupational limited license that I could drive. I completely turned my life around since then and have, been a good person, got my registered nursing certificate, done all the things I've needed to do, and now I'm going to lose it all. And that's not just her, Marty. I got off the phone before I talked to you with a disabled veteran.
No.
And another gentleman who is going to probably lose his CDL license.
Oh.
He turned his life around from one of drug addiction to now he drives commercial trucks and actually has an executive type job in that arena, and that he will lose as well. And it's unconscionable what they've done. And I really don't have any words that are FCC appropriate to express my feelings on it. But it's just a tragedy for a lot of people. And one thing too that I've had people say to me about this is, well, these people knew that they were suspended.
What?
They should have done something about it. Well, here's the thing. They tell you when you enter the ARD program or you get convicted of a DUI in Allegheny County, that in 4 to 6 weeks you'll receive a letter from PennDOT with the details of your suspension. Okay? Well, let's say you don't get that letter and you call the courthouse or you call PennDOT. So if you call PennDOT, you know what happens when you call PennDOT. You're on hold for 2 hours. The system hangs up on you.
Right.
And when you finally get somebody, they either don't know what to do or they tell you have to call the county. You call the county, I'd almost guarantee they're going to say, you just need to be patient. It'll come in the mail. And if you call a bunch of times, they're probably not going to like you very much for calling so much. So eventually people probably just say, okay, I'll wait for it, or they forget about it, or whatever the case may be. But I will tell you, though, I heard from somebody in the courthouse. Yep.
Hey,
I heard from someone in the courthouse that this actually goes back to 2010.
No.
Not the 2013 that they put on the letter.
Andy, who the hell did this? How did this happen, Andy? How? I don't get it, man.
People didn't do their jobs. The clerks didn't send them. The supervisors weren't overseeing them. And to that point about, why didn't people, notify the courts? They did. People called. The director, Michael McGeever, told me yesterday, he's completely embarrassed about this whole situation. But he said, people actually called and said, hey, I never got my suspension. Well, that never went up the chain.
Oh,
These people said there might be a problem here. They never told their supervisors. They didn't tell the director, he's saying. So they didn't know. But how does this go on for 15 years?
I don't know.
That they don't know.
Hey, John, can they sue? Or, hold on, Andy. Hey, John, can they sue, or can someone be held accountable? Is there any recourse, brother?
Well, a couple things are going on, first and foremost.
Yeah.
I did reach out to State Representative Natalie Mihalik, and her and I have been talking about some legislation that will stop this from happening on a statewide level.
What's it called? Do your job legislation.
Yeah, exactly. Do your job. Well, if you don't do your job, you have to let people know. Yeah. The other part of it is you got to remember that the government has immunity for almost everything except a few enumerated things.
Yeah.
Now, here's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to file a petition on Monday with the Court of Common Pleas asking that all of the filing fees that they charge, the $140+ filing fee they charge for an appeal, be waived for everybody in this situation. Now, they may not grant that, but I'm at least going to try for everybody in this situation, and I'm doing that on my own volition, my own time. Additionally, I'm talking with Representative Mihalik about seeing if PennDOT will waive any restoration fees to the licenses related to this situation. And for the people I represent in court, I'm going to ask that the court order include to say that PennDOT's not allowed to tack any fees on related to this situation for people to get their licenses back. Additionally, due to the volume of people that have called about this specific issue, people in this jackpot, my office, I've decided we've just reduced our fees greatly for this particular type of case because of the number of people that are affected. And I really appreciate the opportunity to come on your show just to let people know that letter from McGeevy says you have a right to an appeal, and that appeal runs 30 days from the date that's on PennDOT's letter.
Oh.
Not the date that you get that letter, the date that PennDOT arbitrarily stuck on that letter. So if you get that letter 3 days before 30 days is up, you've got 3 days to file an appeal. So it's very important that you don't sit on your rights and you get out and you file an appeal, whether that's through an attorney.
Hold on a second, John. Hey, Andy, it seems to me like it's a paper trail and someone jacked this up. Shouldn't someone, brother, be held accountable rather than, oh, we're sorry, we made a mistake? Shouldn't there be someone, sir?
Well, I asked McGeever about, this goes back a long time, and we don't, you can't,
Wow.
Who did what, or who didn't do what at what time? He thought it was not possible, but he's putting in safeguards to ensure it doesn't happen.
Do your job, safeguards.
Do your job, safeguards.
Clearly, people screwed up. Okay, and clearly there's some people that should be held accountable.
It's borderline criminal, John. Like criminal negligence, John. Huh? What?
Well, I don't know if we need to put people in the guillotine over it, but let's not steamroll over. There are people who are in the courthouse that do a good job and are very competent. It's just unfortunate that a couple people just ruined it for everybody here. And not only. Another thing to think about, and I spoke with Andy about this. Now, my job's not to get people in trouble. My job's to set them free, obviously.
Yeah.
So I said to Andy in our conversation, I said, well, I wonder how many people there are that never got their suspension 4 to 6 weeks after their DUI.
Oh.
And they would have been suspended for a year. And during that year, they drove drunk and hurt somebody or killed somebody when they should have been suspended.
Oh.
What about that? It becomes a sort of, is there blood involved in this as well, too? Wow. Is kind of my concern for the general public.
Wow. John Bajeski.
John, let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, Andy. Go, buddy. Go.
So, they have 30 days to appeal. Does that stay the suspension, or is there?
Yes, it does. So when you file an appeal, the receipt of your filing and a copy of your filing serves as your temporary driver's license. It's a concept called supersedious in the law, where the filing of that appeal supersedes PennDOT's suspension, and then we also notify PennDOT of the appeal, so that way they hopefully change it in their computer.
Wow.
Because in this day and age of the plate readers, the cops are driving along, they see a plate, and it comes back as the owner of that car is suspended, they'll pull the car over. So, it's important that we get word out to PennDOT, too, that an appeal's been taken so you don't get pulled over unnecessarily.
This is absurd.
Could PennDOT look at this whole situation, these 1,500 people, and say, all right, we're gonna waive this. We're gonna throw this.
Nice.
Andy, are you saying that PennDOT would do something nice of their own volition?
My man Sheehan.
Is that possible for them to do?
I mean, anything's possible, but I think the legislature would have to really act. And there's a lot of reasons why they can't do things like that, but I mean, they certainly should give special treatment to this situation and take a look at it. But, over the years of 23 years of dealing with PennDOT, they aren't exactly the yes folks of the universe.
John Bajetsky, Andy Sheehan, man, you two gentlemen opened my eyes this morning, and you helped a hell of a lot of people. Our phones are going berserk. Shane, you're my man. I love this story, man. It aggravates the hell out of me. I want to punch someone, but I won't. John, people do need to get in trouble. I know you're trying to be nice, but someone needs to get fired. Big time.
Well, I'll let karma take care of it. I'm just going to do my job helping the people of Pittsburgh.
My man, John, that's great stuff, man. You're fantastic. I admire and respect what you're doing, man. We'll be talking. Andy, thanks. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Marty. Take care. You all have a wonderful day.
Wow. It's a hell of a story, man. Wow.
Listen to The Marty Griffin Show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You want to be the big hero this holiday season? Give a gift they'll never forget. Instead of just more stuff, give them an incredible experience. Imagine their faces when they learn they're spending a week lounging in a private lazy river in the Outer Banks, splashing in the indoor pool of a massive Deep Creek lake home, or waking up to the waves from an oceanfront condo in Myrtle Beach. The best gifts are memories. Visit SWACvacations.com today to book your dreams summer 2026 getaway. SWAC, S-W-A-C-K, vacations.com.
Picture this. You're halfway through a DIY car fix and boom, you're missing a part. It's okay because whatever it is, it's on eBay and it's guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love.
Oakmont Bakery gearing up for Thanksgiving, and they bring it at Thanksgiving. Check this out. They're taking orders till Sunday, November 23rd. Sunday, November 23rd. Oakmont Bakery pies, cakes, rolls, the perfect centerpiece for your Thanksgiving table. I'm telling you, if it's pumpkin, they got it. Insanely good chocolate cakes, pumpkin rolls. Oakmont Bakery. Delicious. Hey, folks, it's Marty Griffin. You're going to get help here. What's stopping people from filing bankruptcy? My friend Harold Shepley has the answer.
So many times people, they want to pick up the phone. They know they need help, but they're afraid of losing their car, afraid of losing their house. They're worried about their credit, or they're just simply embarrassed. And bankruptcy helps you keep those things. We can get your credit back in just a few short months. And believe it or not, about half of your friends have already filed bankruptcy.
Check them out at ShepleyLaw.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-555-2085. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-2085. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-555-2085 or biglou.com.
If you have Medicaid and are new to Medicare, you may qualify to enroll in a Humana Medicare Advantage dual eligible special needs plan with a lot more benefits like dental, vision, and hearing, along with helpful support when you need it most. Now is the time to see if you qualify to enroll. It only takes a few minutes to find out if you're eligible. Our licensed sales agents are ready to help you understand your options. So this Medicare planning season, we can help you plan well. Learn more at humanaduals.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a dual-eligible special needs PPO SNP plan with a Medicare contract and a contract with the state Medicaid program. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
CBS Eye on Veterans from ConnectingVets.com.
Navy veteran Matt Thompson founded a heating and air conditioning company using the skills he learned in the military. But it was his interest in social media that took his business to a whole new level.
So I watch these guys on YouTube, and I learn from all of them. They're all hilarious. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start doing it too. I'm just going to start making videos. But I started making videos of me making moonshine, cooking, fishing, whatever. And then I started integrating my work in with it, with customers. Some of it's, technical, educational, and some of it's funny. And hey, I got customers from that. So now, not only am I getting customers from the social media is paying me monthly.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, all veterans, service members, and their families can join. Learn more at NavyFederal.org/veterans. And from all of us, Happy Veterans Day. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUS.
The voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
That lawyer's amazing. I mean, honestly, dude, he's on it. John Bajetsky, spell that one for me. In case you want to know how to spell it, in case you got screwed by this deal, it's Biedrzycki, Bajetsky. See, I knew that. I had no idea how to pronounce his name. I apologize. We had to ask him, but he's fantastic. Wow. I just can't imagine that these folks don't have some kind of civil recourse where someone gets sued or fired or something. Wow. Go ahead, Andrew.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, sir.
Yeah, I actually got one of those letters in the mail from a DUI that I got in 2019.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous.
I filed the appeal already. It was $150-some bucks.
Wow.
After tax or whatever.
So somehow you should have some recourse, man. This is ridiculous, Andrew.
I know. Like what he said, my life's totally different now, Wow. I did the probation and everything, all that stuff, the classes and stuff. But then they send me this letter, and they're saying they want an 18-month suspension. And
whoa.
Stuff, And I swear it was like 60 days or 90 days when they said in court, because I was like, oh, that's not – I remember thinking that's not all that bad. And then I get this, and it's 18 months. And then they want a year interlock, too.
Wow. 6 years later?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I contacted the lawyer already. He said he's pretty sure he can get it thrown out.
It's still ignorant and ridiculous.
Yeah.
Andrew, hang on. I got to get your number, all right?
Okay.
Wow. It's crazy, man. It's unbelievable.
We started Henyon and Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon and Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Marty here on behalf of MediConnect. You a veteran or close to or over the age of 65? Call MediConnect. You may be missing out on Medicare benefits that you've earned for your service. MediConnect is a top-rated local company that will match you with the right Medicare plan that fits your needs. 5-star Google-rated MediConnect. Call 888-818-6334. MediConnect. It's Medicare made simple. It's an absolutely amazing company. MediConnect.
Here's a harsh fact. 40% of women and almost 20% of men suffer from varicose or spider veins. And if you think this is just a cosmetic problem, think again. Varicose or spider veins, if left untreated, can lead to swollen or discolored legs, cramping, the inability to stand or walk, neuropathy, even worse, blood clots, which can travel to other parts of your body. But here's the good news. Advanced Medical Vein Treatment Centers offers plans that treat and cure the condition, not just cover up. Grab your phone, take down this number,
and call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can live your life to the fullest again. Walk, exercise, sleep well. Your vein problems will not go away on their own, and in time can lead to major health issues. Call Advanced Medical Vein today for free information on fast and easy solutions that are covered by most insurance plans, Medicare included. Call 800-587-1248. That's 800-587-1248 today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 64 degrees at 12:30. I'm David Ballarado. With airlines cutting back flights by 4% today, going up to 10% next week, air travelers need a plan to avoid problems. News Radio KDKA's Paul Rasmussen has more.
On the Big K Morning Show, we asked travel expert Bobby Laurie for strategies for booking a flight. At the top of his list is buying a ticket for the first departure of the day. Airlines call it the originator.
If that plane departs late, it's going to cause a domino effect. So they really focus on getting that airplane out first in the morning. So if you're booked on that, chances are you're going to be able to get off without a hitch.
Laurie also advises travelers to check the TSA website or app for security wait times at all major airports. He suggests using airline apps to sign up for alerts about delays or cancellations. With the app, travelers can rebook almost immediately. Paul Rasmussen, News Radio KDKA.
Veterans Day isn't until Tuesday, but Pittsburgh's Veterans Day Parade will be tomorrow morning. Andy Nigut, a United States Marine Corps and Vietnam veteran, is the Grand Marshal. On the Big K Morning Show, he talked about how he reacted when he first heard that he was selected.
My initial reaction was surprise, humble, and embarrassed, because I truly do not feel worthy or deserving of this extraordinary honor. Many others are much more deserving.
The Veterans Day Parade will begin at 10:30 tomorrow morning, rain or shine, at 10th and Liberty Avenues. On Wall Street at this hour, stocks are lower. The Dow is down just about 300 points. The Nasdaq is down 365, and the S&P 500 currently dropping 65 points. KDK Radio News Time, 12:31. Our next update is coming up at 1 o'clock. I'm David Ballarado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
Hey folks, Marty here, Voss TV and Appliance. You'll find the best prices and selection, name brand TVs and appliances. Third generation family business that's built on relationships, not commissions. From sales
on a new Comer and Cross garage floor. Call them now because 50% off labor ends soon. Here's their number, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. A new Comer and Cross garage floor will be your favorite home improvement. It's going to feel like pulling into a new car showroom every night. Guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint ever. And Comer & Cross makes it so easy. All their employees are well-trained pros. They don't use subcontractors ever. They're in and out in one day. They'll fix your cracks and pits perfectly. They even take your stuff out for you. For 50% off labor and your new Comer & Cross garage floor installed by the holiday, call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR or go to COMERcross.com. Comer & Cross Garage Floor Coatings.
Are debt payments keeping you up at night? Credit cards, medical bills, personal loans, it can all add up and feel impossible to keep up. If you owe $10,000 or more in unsecured debt, J.G. Wentworth may be able to help you and put you on the path to freedom in as little as 24 to 48 months. Imagine one affordable monthly payment instead of juggling multiple bills and creditors. We've helped thousands of people cut their debt by up to 50% before fees, and we don't get paid unless we reduce your debt. The more you owe, the more you could save. Call 877-CASH-NOW. The call is free, the consultation is free, and there's no obligation to sign up. Call today for your free consultation. 877-CASH-NOW. That's 877-CASH-NOW. Don't wait. Every day you delay could cost you more. Call 877-CASH-NOW today. Results vary, not all debts qualify. Debt resolution impacts credit and may increase what you owe. Average savings before fees 43%, 25% after fees. The choice to stop paying creditors is yours. J.G. Wentworth does not pay debts or provide legal, tax, or credit repair services.
When you struggle with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, you get used to not feeling 100%. I thought that was how it had to be. Until I discovered the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. They told me about new medications that weren't around back when I was diagnosed. They helped me find a specialist who gave me a new treatment plan. I'm feeling better than I ever thought I could. Don't settle for not feeling your best. Take action today to take care of yourself. Spill your guts. Learn more at...
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred roofing replacement contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Considerable cloudiness for the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for a few hours of rain later this afternoon and this evening. The high 63. Then mostly cloudy overnight, though 43 to 47. Clouds and some sun at times tomorrow, but there may be an afternoon shower, the high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA, covered by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Roofing Company.
Did you miss this week's Allegheny Health Network Medical Frontiers? Log on to the Allegheny Health Network website to listen to your favorite Medical Frontier show. Visit ahn.org/Medical Frontiers podcast and look for your favorite Medical Frontiers show.
My dad served in Vietnam, the 82nd Airborne Division. He never talked about it. And my mom knew not to ask. So Dad buried himself in work and self-medicated and would lose his temper sometimes. Loud noises would put him on edge. It got rough. So I finally said to him, Dad, you gotta get help.
As a family member or friend, you may be the first to notice when a veteran you love has been going through changes. Things like withdrawing, drinking more, or increased anger could be a sign of a larger health concern, but help is available.
Dad finally went to VA for one-on-one and group therapy and got some really great tools to help him manage things. And I got my dad back.
Listen to hundreds of inspiring stories at maketheconnection.net and learn how you can support the veterans in your life. Treatment works. Recovery is possible.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Just an update, if you're flying, check the airport you're flying to, but right now, at Greater Pittsburgh International, whatever the hell you call it, 8 flights effective, 4 inbound, 4 outbound. Nothing major. We will let you know if something changes. But for now, no big changes there. I had to grab one of my boys from Peppers and App, Bob Portugallo. What's up, brother? How are you?
Hey, good afternoon, Marty.
Hey, man, you sent me a text. Very, very, very insightful regarding SNAP benefits and how it impacts folks just trying to make a living running a business. Kind of tune us into that. Smart stuff.
Well, I do direct store delivery for my peppers, for retail sales. Yep. And I was up at one of my stores today locally, and I said, hey, how's business? Because I tell you what, a couple more weeks of this, we're going to shut down. I said, his business is on 50%.
Whoa.
50%. So, of course, it's affecting the consumers, but also the grocery stores. There was a story on Sprankle's Market. I think it was on KDKA last night, too.
So hold on. That's all from the benefits. The guy's business is down 50%. SNAP.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, certain areas, so like if you're in a more affluent area, Cranberry Township, you're not going to have that many people on SNAP, but in places in the Mon Valley, a lot of people rely on SNAP, and they do their shopping at these grocery stores, and so it's affecting retail, like wholesalers like myself, for products that typically aren't a necessity.
Yeah.
But the grocery stores, and then they're marking down meat because it's not moving.
Oh, wow. 50%. 50% drop. Wow. And that's in a lower income area, north for sales, right?
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
So I'm curious, like, there's the Braddock Hills Giant Eagle. I'm sure they're being affected.
Sure.
But.
Wow. So they're getting their asses kicked by this.
Oh, yeah. It's just the beginning. So hopefully these jackasses in government get something solved. I mean, it's affecting, it's going to chain reaction. Just going to.
Wow. Bob Portugalo from Peppers and that. Beyond that, my man cares deeply about veterans and is doing something special the entire month with his sweet and spicy peppers, which, by the way, are the best in the world. And I mean in the world. Go ahead, man. Tell us.
Just any veteran, just stop on in the restaurant when we're open, during regular business hours, and, pick choice of our sweet and spicy peppers or spicy jardinera, all month long. So a lot of the local restaurants are doing free food.
Yeah.
Our stuff's shelf stable for 2 years. So go get a free sandwich at one of the other restaurants and, stop down and get yourself a jar of peppers. So.
Hey, Bobby.
That's the least we can do.
How many stores are now carrying your peppers, which are fabulous, man?
I'd say in the tri-state area about 150.
Wow.
A lot of specialty stores, Coons Markets,
nice.
Grocers, Shop and Save a Lots.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's been busy. So, but I can see it slowing down a little bit, too, if people don't have money to buy it.
Yeah, of course. And do you do all this yourself, or do you have staff?
I'm it.
Wow.
Yeah, so the restaurant, we're pretty much closed Monday through Wednesday. I go out and deliver, West Virginia, up in the Youngstown area, up north. And, we're working on trying to get distributors to do this for us. But, there's a lot of influx with different distributors right now. So you got to do what you got to do.
I love you, man. I love your work ethic. I love your that you're outspoken and you give a damn. So all this month, if a veteran stops in, a free jar of these insanely good peppers and that, right?
Yeah, stop on in, say hi.
And of all the stores you go to, if they're in a lower income area, they're getting spanked because folks aren't getting this food assistance, right?
Oh yes, definitely. Like the McKeesport area, North Versailles, Braddock Hills. I mean, Mon Valley. Just, lower income. Like I said, if you're up in Wexford or Cranberry, people have money.
Hey, before I let you go,
continue to
tell our folks the John Fetterman sandwich, the one he loves when he comes by the business. Tell him.
Yeah, it used to be called the mayor when he was mayor, but now I guess we call it the senator. It's just eggplant parmesan with our sweet and spicy peppers versus as they use the marinara sauce.
Right.
So,
right, that's his thing, right?
Yeah, he doesn't like meat.
Hey, and interesting how he's kind of transitioned to what you and I would describe as more conservative, right?
Yeah, he's down the middle. I mean, I know on Fox News and all these other stations are like, oh, you're going to turn Republican. He goes, no, I'm just using common sense. I think me included, you get tired of all this infighting.
You do. I do.
It just burns you out.
It does.
So, John and I, we made up. And
you did.
I'm proud of him.
Yeah, it's a hell of a story. And you made up through a damn sandwich, if you want to argue about it, right? Right?
Yeah, he had that accident, what was it, about a year or so ago?
Yep.
Down in, so I texted Giselle. I said, I hope you guys are okay. You need some food. I'll bring it up.
Yep.
So I brought some up to John and the kids.
Something about food, brother. Something about food, right? Huh?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm
Goes
telling
through
you,
the stomach to the heart.
I'm telling you, my man, his peppers are amazing on anything. Eggs, sandwiches, pasta. Unbelievable peppers. Peppers and that, my brother. And does it on his own. How many stores you deliver to?
About 150.
Come on, man. I love you, brother.
Some of the way out. All right, Marty, thanks.
Thanks, my
man.
man.
Have a great weekend.
I love him. He's a hell of a character and does a fantastic job. and at one point was insanely political, to the point where it affected his business. And I love him, so I had to call him. And honestly, I'll do this. And I say, my man, I love you. You have great business. I love your attitude. I love your philosophy. I love your work ethic. And I said, my man, you got to stop with the volatile, because he was doing especially during COVID, right? Very political, and it hurt him. And it hurt his business. He doesn't anymore. Love him. Anthony, my brother, welcome.
You know, I heard you yesterday talking with Jimbo.
Yep.
And he got a little upset about what I got one of those reps, a Republican rep was on.
Yep.
Talking about the shutdown.
Right.
But look, I'm a lifelong 50-year Democrat.
You are.
The Democrats could have, in 2021, 2022, could have extended Obamacare subsidies. They had all three branches.
Sure.
They didn't do it.
That's true.
They could have done it all the way to 2028 if they wanted to.
True.
So to shut down the government, when you had an opportunity, these subsidies are so important to you, why do you do it when you had the power?
Conversely, because you're right, as always, conversely, the Republicans have no plan B, brother. So they keep saying, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks. And then I say, what's your plan? Huh?
Hey, well, Marty, what's more frightening to me is 42 million people on SNAP.
It's unbelievable. Patrick, what percentage of the population would you say this morning? How much?
It's 12% of the population.
Anthony, 12%.
The whole program needs to be revamped.
Damn, son.
There's absolutely an embarrassment. You have 42 million people on SNAP.
And my man, almost 60% of them have at least two jobs. They're poor folks working, man.
Yeah, which you're going to have to change the requirements or something. They should do SNAP like they do WIC. There's certain foods you shouldn't be able to buy on SNAP anyway. But the grocers went crazy when Trump wanted to do that. But he's going to have because.
Did you hear what Bob said? Like, this save a lot. They're down 50%.
I'm not shocked.
No, me neither. Now that he says
it. If you're looking for abuse and stuff, there has to be a lot. But 42 million people in the wealthiest country in the world should embarrass everyone.
It should, sir. That's why you're the man. Thanks, brother.
Hey, thanks, man.
My man nails it. He never misses.
When you call yourself the voice of Pittsburgh, you have to know when to not talk. Sometimes you just need to be the ears of Pittsburgh. Just listen. Listen to what you have to say. These are complicated and uncertain times. But when you need us, we are here for you. And we're listening. A trusted source that you can count on to be here. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
Did you know you can spend your PA taxes to fund a scholarship for a child in need and get a 90% tax credit refund? Through Blocks, that's BLOCS, you can direct your state tax liability, fund a scholarship, direct it to the tuition-based school of your choice, and receive a 90% refund on the donated amount. It's a simple process, and you can fund a scholarship that will change a child's life. Tax credit slots are filling up fast, and you must make your commitment by December 23rd. Head to BLOCS.org now.
If you're one of the millions of Americans behind on your taxes, if you're afraid to open your mail because IRS collection letters could be coming, listen carefully. The IRS is cracking down, taking paychecks, freezing bank accounts, revoking passports. That's a fact. But here's what most people don't know. There are official tax relief programs designed to help struggling taxpayers. Programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief. Optima's award-winning team will fight to protect your paycheck, your passport, and your property. Their tax attorneys and licensed tax professionals will work tirelessly to get you the best deal possible with the IRS. Every day, penalties and interest keep piling up, so don't wait. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955. 800-608-0955.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Attention Pittsburgh area residents. If you have Medicaid and need help with activities of basic living, Freedom Care can make it easy. With Freedom Care, the person who cares for you can be someone you love, your family, your friend, or a trusted neighbor. They can assist you with meals, bathing, eating, mobility, and more, and Medicaid pays them for your care. You stay in the home you love, surrounded by the people you choose, and it's 100% free to you. Don't wait. Call Freedom Care now. Call 412-981-1620. With Freedom Care, you get the care you need, and your loved one gets paid instantly after every shift. Feel better, heal better, and live better at home with Freedom Care. Call 412-981-1620 or visit freedomcare.com today. That's 412-981-1620. Again, 412-981-1620. 412-981-1620.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. The outlook Americans have of the job market worsened in October, while their expectations for inflation edged lower. That's according to a monthly survey from the Fed Bank in New York. For a third straight month, unemployment expectations rose as consumers assigned on average 43% probability to the likelihood the U.S. unemployment rate will be higher 1 year from now. That's the highest level since April. Expectations for consumer price increases in the year ahead did tick down slightly, though. Markets in the red due to concerns about weakening in key areas of the economy, leading to losses ranging from 0.2% to 1.5%. Would-be homebuyers getting some bad news as mortgage rates are creeping up again after falling for 4 straight weeks. Freddie Mac says the average for a 30-year fixed loan was 6.22%. That's up from 6.17% just last week. Meanwhile, home prices rose by just over 1% nationally, but did fall in 20% of metro areas measured by the analytics firm Cotality. Dan Schwartzman, Bloomberg Radio.
He's live, he's local, he's Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
The shutdown sucks, and it shows the feckless leaders in Washington and Harrisburg. What's actually kind of fascinating is how we've kind of blown off Harrisburg because they're always incompetent like this. Largest legislative body in America. And these idiots are going on, what, month 4? Yeah, of course. 4 months. Without a budget. Come on, man. I see Shapiro all over the networks. He's like Mr. Democrat. And I like Josh. He's very charismatic, actually. Very charming. Really kind of cool to be around. Dynamic, engaging, compassionate. However, I wouldn't do squat on the networks until I resolve this budget in Pennsylvania. It just shows a disconnect, in my opinion. Not that it matters, but it does. I just think that you should do your job at home first and then take care of the stuff on the road. And again, I know he's running for president and all that stuff, and that's fine. And I respect and admire that, but, man, you got to fix what's broke at home, you know? I watch all the networks. I work out quite a bit, as I've mentioned. It's like I spent 2.5 hours working out this morning, which is a little insane for a Friday morning. However, and I watch all the networks. I watch all the 3 mainstream, ABC, CBS, NBC, and then I watch CNN and Fox, and I flip all around, and all the same jagoffs pointing at each other. They suck. No, they suck. No, they suck. No, they suck. Okay. Thanks for your time. Horrible, man. Horrible leadership. And I want to play something, and I know people love Trump, and that's fine. He's had some home runs, but he said something yesterday that's just so tacky, man. So grimy. My sis sent me a note, a text. It makes sense. She gets kind of sick of people attacking Trump, and as soon as they call up, they yell and scream about Trump. And by the way, that aggravates me too. But I tell you what aggravates me about him: this low-class swipe at people. He couldn't just, first of all, he couldn't just chill out, right? He couldn't just chill out about Nancy Pelosi. He couldn't just shut up about it. He had to make hey, Trevin, grab it, please, brother. He had to make a grimy, smarmy, backhanded, disgusting, low-rent attack. Listen.
Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi's retiring. I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country.
And on Dick Cheney.
I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job, who cost the country a lot. in damages and in reputation. I thought she was terrible. Thank you very much.
I find that to be low class. I just do. It's all day crap, rhetoric. She's gone, man. You know, she's on the way out. I can spend hours on Pelosi's record. Okay, why? What are we going to do with that? Huh? I just don't understand it. Why we can't just take the high road. And there's one more clip I heard, completely off a center from an athlete. And I've harped on this, social media, and how hateful it is. And how these jocks now, with these prop bets, like you'll bet on how many points one guy will make, or if this kicker, you'll bet if a kicker makes a kick or misses a kick. It's insane. It's billions of dollars. And then these jagoffs, if they lose the bet, they go berserk, and they threaten to kill these people. And I wanted you to hear, this is the Giants, right? Professional kicker, right? Yeah. Listen to this kid. Listen.
Unbelievably frustrating. I mean, obviously all I want to do is play football. I can't control the injuries that have happened. You know, it's not like I've done something that is out of the ordinary, like outside of the building to hurt myself or anything. So I think that's frustrating. I hear everyone else's frustration, media, fans. I get I mean, shoot, ever since sports betting started happening, I get people telling me to kill myself every week. And, you know, because I'll hit a kick that loses them money. I'll miss a kick and it loses them money. It was the other day somebody told me to get cancer and die. So, I mean, that stuff's part of it. But just being, like, playing this long, that stuff, you're used to it by now. So, but with that being said, like, I see everyone's frustration, and I'm frustrated too. Just want to play ball, and I think that just constantly not being able to is tough. But doing everything I can to try and come back and play, and I mean, that's my hope.
Guy misses a kick, and people tell him to kill himself, and they hope he dies from cancer because of betting, prop betting. So you're sitting at home and this guy misses a kick, and then you send him something on X, which is where it comes from mostly, that he should kill himself. And then the Trump stuff. Oh, man, Dave, unfortunately, they both hated each other. Okay. Move along. Just say goodbye or say nothing. Just once. Have some class. He could never be a teacher because he ain't got no class. Period.
When you need to know. Depend on the message at home, in your car, or the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM, AM 1020, and KDKARadio.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
Lock in amazing fall deals for your new roof with Home Genius Exteriors. Get 50% off roofing materials, plus 0% APR and no payments till 2027. And for a limited time, get free attic insulation. Call Home Genius Exteriors now at 855-U-R-GENIUS to schedule your free roof and attic inspection. That's 855, the letter U, the letter R, Genius. Home Genius Exteriors, the genius choice in roofing. See website for details.
It's that time of the season. The area's premier Christmas market is back November 8th and 9th in historic Harmony, Pennsylvania. Enjoy delicious German food, Glühwein, horse-drawn wagon rides, wine and moonshine, tastings, and live music and entertainment. Browse our museum store and the incredible handcrafted holiday merchandise from our many artisans and vendors. There's lots to do this November 8th and 9th at the Harmony Christmas Market. Let's celebrate this year at the premier Christmas market. We'll see you there. Visit harmonymuseum.org for more details.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I
I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Aetna Medicare studio.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 65 degrees at 1 o'clock. I'm David Colorado. The news is brought to you by PJ Fitzpatrick. For all your home's windows, siding, doors, and bath, trust PJ.com. Flying is getting iffy for regional airline passengers as carriers are reducing flights by 10%. Travel expert Bobby Laurie says the airlines will protect their profitable transatlantic routes and domestic flights to big cities.
But those flights that go to the regional airports on regional jets, those are going to be the ones where you really have to look out and be prepared with an alternate route in the event your flight gets canceled.
Laurie tells KDKA that delays and cancellations outside of the airline's control, like today's flight cuts, mean the airline is not responsible for a hotel stay or meal vouchers for passengers who are stuck at an airport overnight. The Pittsburgh Pirates, Steelers, and Penguins are all teaming up for the 5th year in a row to make Thanksgiving a little brighter for families in need. News Radio KDKA's Tamira Rush has details.
Meals are first come, first served with a limit of 2 per vehicle, and the line will form along North Shore Drive. Families can receive a turkey, festive produce, apple pie, a $15 Giant Eagle gift card, and special gifts from the 3 teams. In partnership with the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank and supported by Giant Eagle, the events aim to serve up to 300 families. The teams continue to work with local partners to support those facing food insecurity, especially during the holidays. Donations to help can be made online at pittsburghfoodbank.org. The annual Berg Proud Thanksgiving meal distribution will take place Tuesday, November 25th from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. along Mazeroski Way. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
Starbucks Red Cup Day this year is November 13th, but customers who want their annual holiday cup should know that they could be greeted by picketers this year. Starbucks Workers United says its members will strike the coffee chain on November 13th if the company doesn't return to the bargaining table. Alex Barnett of the East Side store says the ball is now in the company's court.
What happens now is that we wait to see if the company wants to just come back to the bargaining table or if we're going to be looking at a long-haul strike.
He says they want a base salary of $20 an hour with guaranteed annual raises of 5%. And more full-time employees. He claims these moves would only cost the company a day's profits. 3 days after Election Day, the 2026 race for governor of New York is heating up. More now from CBS News correspondent Michael Wallace.
Upstate Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik announced her candidacy in a video on social media. She calls Democrat Kathy Hochul the worst governor in America.
Enough is enough. We are the most unaffordable state in the nation because of single-party Democrat rule led by Kathy Hochul.
Hochul fired back in a statement, calling Stefanik President Trump's #1 cheerleader in Congress and his right-hand woman in his war on New York. Hochul is also facing a primary challenge from her own lieutenant governor. Michael Wallace, CBS News, New York.
PNC announced this morning it will open more than 300 new branches by 2030, about triple the amount announced in the original plan last year. The Pittsburgh Business Times reports PNC also increased its investment to $2 billion. To support the retail expansion, the bank plans to hire more than 2,000 employees. On Wall Street this hour, stocks have been lower all day. The Dow was down 241 points, the Nasdaq dropping 357 points, S&P 500 down 61. KDKA Sports, high school football, Class 4A semifinal action tonight on KDKA Radio. McKeesport faces Thomas Jefferson from Chartiers Valley High School. Mike White says it's a marquee matchup for a couple of reasons.
It's a rematch of last year's championship, but it's a marquee matchup also because of the running backs involved. And I'm talking about McKeesport's Keemon Spell and Thomas Jefferson's Tyler Eber.
Pre-game coverage on KDKA begins at 6, and Pitt hosts Longwood tonight at 7. KDKA Radio News Time 103. Right now it is cloudy and 65 degrees in Pittsburgh. The AccuWeather forecast is next.
Bill Hillgrove here. If you're retired or helping a parent plan for retirement, it's time to talk about a reverse mortgage from Federated Reverse Mortgage. I went through it myself, and I get it. The idea can feel confusing, but here's the truth. With reverse mortgage, homeowners 62 or older can access the equity in their home tax-free to improve cash flow, pay off debt, or just enjoy life more comfortably. And no, you don't lose your home, you stay in it. I trusted Craig Schweiger and his team at Federated. Craig's been guiding Pittsburgh families for over 35 years, and they treat you and your loved ones with care, clarity, and respect. Whether you're planning for your own retirement or helping mom or dad understand their options, this is a conversation worth having. Call 833-888-0801 or visit fedreverse.com to schedule your free consultation. That's what I did. Equal housing lender. Reverse mortgages are subject to eligibility.
Only 1 in 5 people with disabilities, including those with autism, are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do?
Okay, try me.
What about a programmer?
That is a job for someone with autism.
What about a teacher?
That is a job for someone with autism.
Oh, how about a healthcare worker?
Yes, those are all jobs for someone with autism. The truth is, qualified people with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas and beliefs. Businesses value diversity, but sometimes don't recognize the unique strengths and abilities of the autism community. Introducing WIN, the Workplace Inclusion Now program by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
Ooh, what about a ranch hand?
Yeah! Sure, that's a job for someone with autism too. To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win. That's autismspeaks.org/win.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy for the balance of our Friday. It'll become breezy. Look for a few hours of rain later this afternoon and this evening. The high 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though 43 to 47. Clouds, some intervals of sun tomorrow. Maybe a shower in spots in the afternoon, the high 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
Progressive Insurance. Not only does Progressive let you bundle your insurance, they also give you round-the-clock protection. Quote today at Progressive.com.
Only 1 in 5 people with disabilities, including those with autism, are employed, despite many having the skill set and desire to work.
Maybe it's because employers don't know what kind of jobs they can do?
Okay, try me.
What about a programmer?
That is a job for someone with autism.
What about a teacher?
That is a job for someone with autism.
Oh, how about a healthcare worker?
Yes, those are all jobs for someone with autism. The truth is, qualified people with autism can do a lot of different jobs, but often get overlooked due to outdated stigmas and beliefs. Businesses value diversity, but sometimes don't recognize the unique strengths and abilities of the autism community. Introducing WIN, the Workplace Inclusion Now program by Autism Speaks. We help businesses lead the way in inclusive hiring.
Ooh, what about a ranch hand?
Yeah! Sure, that's a job for someone with autism too. To learn more, go to autismspeaks.org/win. That's autismspeaks.org/win.
It's Marty Griffin on the voice of Pittsburgh, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
I find it mildly entertaining when I flip around. I watch a lot of news. Duh. But CNN plays up a pickleball, political pickleball. But what they do is they put 3 players on one side and then one on the other. David Urban's one of the guys playing 1 against 3. Scott Jennings is the other. David Urban is well suited to beat the 3, but what they do is they're all liberal. He's a conservative. It's actually fascinating to watch. He's also local. My man, what's up, David? How are you today?
Marty, how you doing?
You like putting those liberals in their place, don't you, man?
It's good sport.
Yeah, it is. It's actually very, and you're really good at it. And my man, you don't go low. You do it with class and facts, with a calmness that I like to see more of. My man is from Aliquippa. Will you pay attention to tonight's game?
Dude, I like all. Listen, I am. a big fan, obviously, of WPIL football.
Yep.
So, I try to pay attention to all the games, bud.
I went to Central Catholic and played with Dan Marino.
Dan Marino, listen, I always tell a story. When I was a senior in high school, Dan Marino was playing Legion ball. I think he may have graduated a year ahead of me. Marty, what year did you graduate high school? 81?
Yep. No, I'm sorry, 78. Sorry.
Okay, so Marino was a little bit ahead of me, and so he comes to my hometown to play Legion ball that summer before he went off to Pitt. And I stood next to him, and I felt like an infant. I felt like a child, a mere boy. Dan Marino was a man when he was 18, and I was a boy at 17. I mean, the guy was phenomenal.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. David Urban, he's a lobbyist. He's a commentator. I love him. We're going to have him every Friday, and we're blessed to have him. My man, I get nauseated, quite frankly, when egos collide. I watch these people point fingers at each other all day long. Republicans say the Democrats suck. Democrats say the Republicans suck. And America suffers, man. We got food lines like I've never seen before, man. And we got airlines shutting down the system. Why, my man? And you know these people. Why can't they act like adults and just get in a room and lock the door and fix this, David?
Marty, listen, they could do that, right? I mean, listen, my hat's off to John Fetterman.
Yep.
As well as my good friend Dave McCormick.
Love them.
For continuing.
Love them both.
Continuing to vote. Listen, they voted. They're grown-ups. They voted to keep the government open. Senator Fetterman rightfully has said that Democrats, all they needed to do was just continue to vote to keep it open.
Yep.
It's not that hard, Marty. This is what happens with politics when rank politics gets involved. Listen, the last time Chuck Schumer, and listen, Republicans do things that are terrible too,
yes, sir, of course,
at times, and so there's plenty of blame to go around. But in this particular instance, what happened is Chuck Schumer, last time he voted for continuing resolution to keep the government open, he took incredible grief. He got beat up incredibly badly by the left wing of his party, by the Summer Lees, by the AOCs, by the Bernie Sanders party, right? The Democratic, socialists beat him up. Chuck Schumer fears a primary. So, you touch a hot stove once, you never touch it again. And so this time when Chuck Schumer had to vote to keep the government open, he chose not to. He chose he chose his course was to, play politics, big time politics, and close the government. And so who suffers? The American people suffer. People in Aliquippa, Beaver County, Washington, Greene County, the city there. Listen, those are the folks that are suffering because you got to wait. You're not getting your SNAP benefits. You're not getting paid. If you have fixed income, your checks aren't coming.
Sucks.
It's just not fair. And listen, these guys have one job, Marty, to keep the government open, right? That's their job, to work together and keep things open. So I'm hoping that this weekend, Democrats will come to their senses and they'll vote to allow the government to open and to reopen. And listen, I do believe that Republicans will give them a vote on these ACA subsidies, these healthcare subsidies, which are expiring. By the way, the Democrats put it in place so they would expire.
Yes.
I'm not quite sure why it's all of a sudden like an emergency, something they didn't plan on. But Republicans don't want people's health care to go through the roofs. There's an election coming up. So it behooves everybody, like you said, Marty, to act like an adult, get in a room, work it out.
I don't know, man. I think Democrats think they're benefiting from it, which leads me to this. And you saw it, brother. Republicans got their ass kicked this week. And David, you know this area, so I'm going to get to it. In Pittsburgh, and I get it, always Democrat. But, my man, the Republican candidate for mayor didn't win one precinct. David, not one. And across the state, even school boards up in Cranberry, always conservative. They flipped. David, help me with this, man. What the hell happened?
Yeah, listen, Marty, it is. Listen, that is something that Republicans should be very concerned about. Yep. And I think the concern is, I am not a game respects game. So when Democrats talk about affordability, right? That's the message that people care about in America. When you go to Giant Eagle, right, and it costs you a lot more than it used to cost you, right? That is something that affects you directly. People know that. They see their bills, right? When they go to get gas, they pump gas. Look at their gas bill, their home heating bill, right? Things are costing them more. Some things are going down, but that really sticks in their craw. And that's what you vote on. People, listen, Carville's right. James Carville's right. He's always right. It's the economy, stupid.
It is.
We've got to do more. Listen, Republicans have to do more to talk about things, actual things that we are doing to make people's lives better. Listen, Mamdani, this is a guy who really, his previous job was being a home foreclosure counselor.
Oh, yeah.
Now he at 34, he's responsible for 9 million New Yorkers.
It's unbelievable.
And a budget of $118 billion because he spoke to the things that people care about, right? Affordability. They can't afford their rent. They can't afford buying a house. Everything's too expensive. They work in 2-3 jobs. You go down the river, or up the river, go to Ambridge or New Brighton or some of these places, right? I mean, or Bridgeport or any place along the rivers there in the city, and you're going to find people who are hurting, and they want to know how this administration is going to make their life better, and they're going to hold people's feet to the fire. So, Marty, you're correctly right. If Republicans don't start talking about it more and putting meat on the bones, here's our plan. This is what we're going to do. We're going to end up losing places that we should not lose.
I got to have you listen to something before you go, and I love having you on Fridays. Listen to this clip from Trump yesterday regarding Nancy Pelosi. David, hold on.
Nancy Pelosi's retiring. I think she's an evil woman. I'm glad she's retiring. I think she did the country a great service by retiring. I think she was a tremendous liability for the country.
And on Dick Cheney.
I thought she was an evil woman who did a poor job to cost the country.
David, you get it. And also, Dick Cheney passes. No flags at half-staff. No note about his greatness or his magnificent career. Nothing. And I know you know Trump. And I know people love him. And I know he's hit home runs. But, my man, you never, ever speak that way about people. Ever. And, my friend, I've been listening to you for years.
Marty, listen, Donald, if I were Donald Trump, if I was the president in that situation, or if I was, right now, listen, Donald Trump's his own person.
Right on.
And you know this. People all know this. He is who he is. But, I would look, I don't agree with many, probably not one thing that Nancy Pelosi did during her legislative career.
Of course.
I would say this. I did have a great admiration for how she held her caucus together. She did. Nobody dared cross Nancy Pelosi.
True.
She would cut their throats, right? She was an incredibly great politician when it comes to that. But I'm not, I'm not a fan of her policies.
Right.
And so Trump could have said, listen, she served her country, her political base well, and I wish her well in her future career. She and I didn't agree. We obviously fought about a lot of things. And so Dick Cheney, similarly, Marty, you could say, look, he had a long career of public service to his country. He was chief of staff to the president of the United States when he was in his 30s. People don't forget, Marty. He did kind of drag America into the war in Iraq.
Weapons of mass destruction, of course.
Yeah, weapons of mass destruction, a lot of tough things. But you could even recognize it. You could say, look, he had a checkered past in terms of his legacy, but he tried to do his best. He kept America safe after 9/11. He and President Bush did that, and so they should be commended for that. When somebody passes, when somebody retires, I think it's fine to to speak nicely about that person because they're gone. They're leaving, right? They're off the stage. Trump should be the bigger man in that situation and kind of let it go because one day he's going to be off the stage and people are going to, memorialize him.
And finally, I get disgusted with the texts and notes I get, and we get overwhelmed with it, that this perception in America that all people on food assistance are fat, lazy, and minorities. And a woman called, quite frankly, had us crying because her husband's in the military. She has 4 kids, and she's in line with those damn food stamps because 1 in 4 military members get food stamps. My point is, David, we got to care about people that are hurting right now. Do we not, sir?
Marty, listen, listen, drive down. I challenge anybody to go to Aliquippa, Hopewell, Beaver County, drive around and drive downtown Ambridge, Pennsylvania, go down Merchant Street in Ambridge and see what's left there.
Right on.
Right? See the people that are working hard, struggling to make a living, right? That's where I grew up. That's where I went to church. My family's from. I get it. I would challenge more American politicians to leave Washington, go back to their districts, talk to real people, have town hall meetings, go to fire stations. Listen, if anybody wants to see real working class Americans, come to Selena and I will host them and take them around Western Pennsylvania. Marty, we'll get in a car with you and Selena. We'll drive them around.
Love her.
We'll drive them from Erie down to Washington and Washington, PA. That is not Washington D.C. And
Right.
we'll show them what Southwestern Pennsylvania is about. People are hardworking and they need to be taken care of. Nobody's looking for a handout. No one's looking for a handout. They just want a level playing field. They want to be able to live their lives. And the government's job is to try to help them achieve those objectives. Look, J&L, my pop used to work at Aliquippa Works, Marty.
Nice.
J&L Steel there. 10,000 plus gentlemen used to work there. I say gentlemen because there weren't many ladies. Now there's nothing, Marty. It's brownfields, nothing, right? So the government's challenge is to how do we provide opportunities for people in southwestern Pennsylvania to make a living wage so they don't have to worry about SNAP benefits, but they can go to Giant Eagle without, food stamp coupons. They don't have to worry about their EBT card, right? People want to work, and that's the challenge. Listen, this president is trying to do that. I will give him massive credit in terms of he's trying to reshore jobs, bring things back.
I agree.
He's trying to bring things back. Neville Island, let's have some factories on the river like we used to. That's what we need in southwestern Pennsylvania. We need more things in the cities. Listen, Curtis Sliwa had a great line. I would steal it in the debate, and then to do about jobs. But he said we need to lock up criminals, not toothpaste. Right. Nice. So you go downtown. You go downtown Pittsburgh. Right. You go into a CVS or things are everything locked up. Right. It's kind of crazy because people are stealing. Some because they're just criminals and they're bad people, but some people are stealing because they're trying to make ends meet. It's not justifiable, but you don't have any money. You're trying to make do with what you got. It's just tough. My heart goes out. My heart goes out to a lot of folks, Marty, and we need to do better as a government. We need to reopen the government to begin with. That's number one. And the Steelers need to win on Sunday.
Hell yeah. David Urban, my man, it's a pleasure to have you Fridays, brother. It's a true pleasure. You are the man. Thanks, man.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
You could think you found your dream home online. The kitchen island looks perfect for your inner chef. The backyard, a paradise for your green thumb. And that extra room, hello walk-in closet. But here's the twist. The lot next door just got rezoned for years of construction. And this sound, yeah, you're going to be hearing a lot of that. Don't let your dream home turn into a nightmare. Work with the expertise and ethical training of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, right by you.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the...
Designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your...
Windshield wipers. eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying... Just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
Listen up, football fans. You won't want to miss this.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you could turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money line, spread, totals, player props.
$200 in bonus bets when new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Pennsylvania. TNC Supply. In-app only.
So, two things. My sis Barb is 2.5 years into her battle with pancreatic cancer, and they gave her a year to live. Just saying. She credits the wonderful care at UPMC, and I credit her courage along with that for keeping her alive. And my boy Norm, one of my closest friends, just went through months of chemo, also UPMC, and he credits the staff and the wonderful people there for keeping him alive. UPMC, life-changing, life-saving information.
Have a house you're ready to sell? Ryan Shalaba here with the Home Buyers of Pittsburgh, and I want to make your next home sale the easiest one yet. Over a decade in business and 175 plus 5-star reviews, we've helped people in all different situations get the most money out of their house when they need it. We'll save you time, money, and stress, and we'll even help you move. Call 412-500-9057. Get you a cash offer in as little as 24 hours. That's 412-500-9057 or visit homebuyersoftpittsburgh.com today.
When I need to look my best, I trust Laramore's. They just customized my new suit, the fit, the style, the confidence. It's unmatched. Discover the difference of Laramore's men's clothing. 249 Fifth Avenue, downtown Pittsburgh. Thanks, Laramore's.
Everything you need, every time you listen. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Love him, David Irvin. Aliquippa dude. You heard him. West Penn. I'm sorry. Went to West Penn, West Point, and Penn. Yeah, he's smart. One of my boys just sent me a note because I met a 70-year-old lady who's in bad way. She needs car repairs. Did a water heater for her for free. Didn't have hot water for a month. This is my man Ken, world's greatest plumber. Crazy to see firsthand how bad people are hurting. It is. It is. Let me tell you a story about him. He's a family guy. He's really, really good plumber. And he was at our house one day, and I was here, and he was fixing something because he's really good at fixing everything. And he left a $100 bill on the counter and said, "You need helpers." How about that? Oh, man. It's fascinating, the perspective from inside the house. This guy sent me a photograph that has me incredibly upset about an elderly woman. And he's at the house now. I'm going to see what we can do. Her house, the chimney collapsed. Did you happen to see those pictures? Oh, it's unbelievable. The chimney collapsed and half the wall on the outside of her house came down. And you're sitting there thinking, what the hell am I supposed to do? And to Ken's point, we get out there, we get in that hole in that wall and that hole in their life, and they're looking at me, "Marty, I can't do this." And it brings home the reality of the number of Americans that are truly hurting. 42 million with SNAP benefits. Woman just sent us a Facebook message saying, what is she doing? Read that for us, Patrick, please. It's important.
Sure, this was from Mary. She was listening to the discussion. I'm 60 years old, working 50-plus hours a week to raise 4 of my grandchildren. I've had 4 TBI strokes in the past 2 years, and I get SNAP. I'm not fat. I'm not lazy. I'm not looking for a handout. I just want to feed these little ones. I'm sorry, but between rent, utilities, and putting clothes on their backs, money runs short.
Legit.
Fact.
Ask Ken. He's in a house with an elderly woman, hasn't had hot water for a month, which tells me what? Poor, no family, right? Right? No friends with any money, no one to help her. So she just suffers until my man Ken shows up and puts in a free water heater. You know why? Because he's a great man. That's why.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
When it comes to building Pennsylvania's future, the laborers are on the job. From highways and bridges to schools, hospitals, energy projects, the men and women of the Pennsylvania Laborers District Council deliver the skilled work that keeps our communities moving forward. Joe LaQuatra is leading the charge to train the next generation, protect worker safety, and stand up for fair wages and benefits. When laborers build, Pennsylvania grows stronger. The Pennsylvania Laborers District Council, working hard every day My people.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
What does living your best nonstop life mean to you? Cheering on your team at that big game? A music festival with friends? A family vacation? Or maybe a vacation from your family? Live your best nonstop life with low fares and nonstop flights only at Allegiant.com.
Non-stop flights from Pittsburgh to Sarasota Bradenton, one way for as low as $57. Must be purchased by 12/3/2025 for travel between 10/28/2025 and 5/17/2026. Seats and dates are limited. Restrictions apply. See Allegiant.com for details.
From the Aetna Medicare Studios.
Proud to be the voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020 KDKA.
It's 65 degrees at 1:30. I'm David Bollerado. The Federal Aviation Administration's unprecedented order to scale back flights nationwide because of the record-long government shutdown has taken effect, with some passengers trying to figure out backup travel plans. Airlines scrambled to adjust their schedules and began canceling flights Thursday in anticipation of the FAA's official order, while travelers with plans for the weekend and beyond waited nervously to learn if their flights would take off as scheduled. Airlines also planned cancellations into the weekend, directing passengers to check apps to learn their flight status. The 40 airports selected by the FAA span more than 24 states. A new partnership is set to revitalize Pittsburgh neighborhoods and create jobs with support from former and current NFL players and a prominent Pittsburgh pastor. News Radio KDK's Samira Rush has details.
Reverend Dr. William H. Curtis, senior pastor of Mount Arid Baptist Church and an investor in Valuation Plus, says the project is about more than business. It's about community impact.
Now you will have a company that represents you in those spaces that say, no, we don't need to check cash in place in that shopping center. We don't necessarily need to have a pizza joint on every corner.
He emphasizes the importance of ensuring local voices have a seat at the table.
And when they're looking at areas for what to do in redevelopment in those areas, to have folk who look like us in the space, to the context, I think that makes a big difference.
Other investors include Steelers safety Terrell Edmonds, former Steelers linebacker James Harrison, Buffalo Bills safety DeMar Hamlin, and several others. Tamira Rush, News Radio KDKA.
On Wall Street, stocks are lower. The Dow is down 197. The Nasdaq is down 275. S&P 500 down 47 points. KDK Radio News Time 1:31. Our next update's at 2. I'm David Bollerado on the Voice of Pittsburgh, News Radio KDKA.
Hey, construction pros, your team at Foundation Software is here. What's something you never want to be told? You're over budget. Get your projects back on track with Foundation Construction Accounting Software. For more than 40 years, contractors have chosen Foundation to improve job costing, reporting, payroll, and more with one complete platform. Don't let overruns ruin your bottom line. Visit FoundationSoft.com. That's FoundationSoft.com. FoundationSoft.com.
Maybe the most amazing thing that Robert Levin and Levin Furniture do is this amazing program we have right now. They're having 5 families in need, providing them with free furniture this holiday season. This Levin's Furniture for Families program. He announced it on this show, helping a deserving family. Go to the Get Marty section of KDKRadio.com, nominate a family. Get Marty section of KDKRadio.com, nominate a family. 5 families will get $5,000 worth of furniture, Levin Furniture, and a $500 gift card. Details at KDKRadio.com.
Folds of Honor has been meeting Sacrifice with Hope since 2019 in Western Pennsylvania. It's their honor to empower people through education and the opportunities it creates. 41% of Folds of Honor scholarships are rewarded to minorities, making the recipient families as diverse as the country we call home. Folds of Honor has earned the Gold Star Platinum Seal as well as a 4 out of 4 stars ranking on Charity Navigator. You can become a Folds of Honor wingman today at westernpa.foldsofhonor.org. Please donate today. Spitzer Toyota of Monroeville is a proud supporter of Folds of Honor.
Hey, folks, it's Marty. You want a new physical therapy experience? You want a treatment plan centered on you? Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, is spelled different, because they are different. Monroeville Physical has new technology and an expert staff to give you a personalized experience to get you back to loving your life. Monroeville Physical, spelled F-Y-Z-I-C-A-L, 412-457-8200. They help me dramatically love physical. Check it out.
Be thankful this November for your home's equity and take advantage of it with a hot deal. A home equity loan special with rates as low as 5.5% at Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union. It's Dan Zangrilli. With 7 convenient locations in the area, unlock this great home loan rate. Not a member? Well, if you live, work, or worship in Allegheny, Beaver, or Butler counties, you can join Allegiant Community Federal Credit Union for just $5. Learn more at AllegiantFCU.org. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Make 380 Auction to Murraysville your next stop for discounts and bargains. Trucks come in every week. 380 Auction has name brand furniture, fall moms, also tools, birdseed, automotive supplies, pet supplies, lawn and garden, toys, food, and new items arriving daily. 380 Auction is open Tuesday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or call 724-339-3132. That's 724-339-3132 or log on to shop380.com and save.
The KDKA AccuWeather forecast is brought to you by JP Roofing and Siding, Pittsburgh's #1 Platinum Preferred Roofing Replacement Contractor. Call 412-829-7711.
Mostly cloudy the rest of today. It'll become breezy. Look for some rain later this afternoon and this evening. High 63. Mostly cloudy later tonight, though, 43 to 47. More clouds and sun tomorrow. There may be an afternoon shower in spots. High 56. For AccuWeather, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg, 100.1 FM and AM 1020, KDKA.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. Divorce touches all areas of your life: your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on.
If you are facing divorce, contact Cordell & Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. Pittsburgh and Cranberry Township. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois.
There is treatment for neuropathy. I'm Dr. Dawn Spalla. At Allegheny Health and Physical Medicine, we treat neuropathy patients daily. No drugs, no surgery, just relief. Call 724-224-2224 for a free consultation in our Sarver or Brackenridge locations.
The KDKA radio text line is driven by Kenny Ross Auto Group. Find your best deal and Pittsburgh's best warranty at kennyross.com.
Hi, this is Larry Richard. Monday on the Big K Morning Show, 5:30 until 10, a celebration of the United States Marine Corps celebrating their 250th.
I'm firing up my battery-powered snowblower. Oh, yeah, we're charging that bad boy up. I can't wait for the first big snow. Maybe this weekend. Full disclosure, I hate snow. I hate cold weather. I hate all of it. At 4 in the morning, when it's dark, and I'm alone, and the garage door goes up, and we have a really long driveway, and I'm dropping F-bombs. Just by myself. No one hears it. Thinking, what did I do to deserve this? My man Dave Ross. What's up, brother? David, are you there?
I'm here.
David Ross, the guru, the guy I go to with car questions. So, I saw John Shumway on KDKA TV yesterday. That's why I started stalking you. He said under certain circumstances right now, with certain deals, and David knows this better than anyone, the car business, you can get a new car at the same price or even cheaper than certain used cars. Is that fair? Is that true?
Some brands maybe, not with any of my brands, unfortunately. Fortunately for me on the pre-owned side, but there are brands like Toyota and some higher end models that they've kind of held down on the supply that, it's very competitive right now. And Carvana is making the used car market kind of move again a little bit.
You mentioned this the last time we talked. Used car prices are crazy, are they not?
They're still high. When I say they're still high, anything that's from current to 3-year-old is up there.
How much? Give me kind of a comparison.
As far as
a car, what it was and what it is now.
You could probably, the residual, if I say a residual value, a 2 to 3 year old car is depreciating about 56 to 58%, where back when I say years ago, 5-6 years ago, it was more like 50%.
Oh.
But the fact of where we don't have that supply right now because of what we went through in the COVID years, the supply is very light, so demand is high. So just by pure economic standards, when demand is high and supply is light, the cost goes up.
So I saw I saw a graphic that average used car is over 30,000. Is that accurate, sir?
Yeah, that's fair. 'Cause right now mine's just a hair under that. I think mine's like just under 29 grand.
Wow, for a used car.
For pre-owned, yeah,
Wow.
and that's an average. So that's all the years and all the makes and all the different models, mileage. That averages out to be about, like I said, my inventory at about 170, 180 units is about just under 29 grand.
Is that the highest you've seen, sir?
Oh yeah. Well, since COVID. COVID was a little bit higher, but that's because we had no new cars. But now that we have new cars, it's kind of went down a little bit.
Hey, what are you seeing, Dave, in terms of interest rates on cars right now?
They're actually coming down. The newer cars. I've been able it's been with some credit unions, but I've been able to get into the upper 4s.
Oh,
depending on the term. If you go shorter term, 48 months, 60 months, credit's there. The deal's right. Your loan to value is correct. So as long as all those stars and moon and sun align, the credit union, if you're a great risk, they're going to give you something low right now. But, they're not the 2 to 3% they were 6 years ago.
No. Dave Ross, with my man with Bowser, if I have a question, I don't care where it is. I don't care if it's a car out of state. I don't care if it's a car in China. My man knows. So what are you telling people now when they come in? Lease or buy, sir? What do you tell them?
My manufacturers that I deal with primarily are pushing the buy. They're not pushing lease as much as you would think they would be. Buying is still the way. We have a lot of 0%. We have a lot of bigger rebates.
I
have a lot of manufacturers doing 0%. Well, when I say a lot, I only deal with 4, but 3 of the 4 have 0% type rates.
Why are they doing that? Why?
To move the product, but they want to adjust their portfolio from the leasing. They want to get more retail out there. So it's just making an adjustment on their portfolios.
Dave Ross with Bowser. Before I let you go, I saw in all the trades today regarding Ford, they're bagging their F-150 electric. Are electric sales still a dog in this community?
For me, they are.
For everyone.
Obviously. GM's even, there's some talks about GM discontinuing some items. They haven't made it official yet.
Wow.
But I have very little electric new cars on the lot for that reason. Hybrids is the new thing. Everybody wants the hybrid.
Wow. Do you still send cars back that are electric because you can't sell them?
No, I just don't take them.
Wow. What happened, man? What happened to the great electric revolution? What happened? I'm serious. What happened?
Well, I don't think Pittsburgh really caught on personally.
Yeah.
We never had the infrastructure that would have been able to handle the masses. And even during the big hype of it, people who would walk in the door really weren't banging the door down for me for electric units. There was more hybrid, maybe plug-in hybrid, to where they could have the benefit of an electric car but still have a gas backup. That's popular right now. But pure 100% electric never really was a boomer for us.
Wow.
But lately, and I say lately, being in the last year, it's really become non-existent.
It's a dog.
Yeah, it's bad.
How many do you have on the lot right now, electrics, that I could buy today? How many?
Brand new?
Yeah.
2.
Wow.
And
How about used?
I have one.
Wow.
And that's probably out of about 600, 700 units.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Man, son. Wow. My man. You tell people to run from them, or you just tell them, not a good deal right now? What do you tell them?
No, because for different lifestyles, they're good cars.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
good
of course.
cars. You got to be willing to not have that, electric anxiety if you're getting a little bit low. You got to have the ability to charge when you need to. I just think in our area, the people like it. People want it. They like the efficiency, the fuel economy, or just the economy of the car. They just don't want to invest in what it takes to invest to really dive into it.
They don't want to mess with it.
Right. So that's why for us, the hybrids are very popular. People knocked on the doors for our hybrid cars. The plug-in is not as high as the hybrid, but it's getting there because you have the best of both worlds.
I see. My man Dave Ross, the guru, always tells the truth. Thanks, my man. Appreciate you, brother.
All right, sir. Good seeing you. Good talking to you.
I had no idea that electrics would not take off at all. He has 2 on a lot of 600 cars. That's crazy, man. Wow.
Listen to KDKA Radio on the Odyssey, iHeartRadio, or TuneIn apps.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-323-8922. 800-323-8922. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. 800-323-8922.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mary Claire Haver, a board-certified OBGYN and menopause specialist. My new podcast, Unpaused, is the place for bold, unfiltered conversations about what it really takes for women to thrive in the second half of life. Every week, I sit down with medical experts, cultural icons, and powerhouse women to talk about what really matters. New episodes drop every Tuesday. Listen to and follow Unpaused with me, Dr. Mary Claire Haver, available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Warm up with some great November savings at Coons Market.
Jumbo Party Cut Chicken Wings, $1.88 a pound. Fresh blueberries, 1-pint package, $1.99 each. And Jumbo Sunkissed Navel Oranges, 5 for $5. Come see us at Coons.
Colin Dunlap on KDKA.
I am 100% willing to give Corey O'Connor a chance. But Corey O'Connor will either have to appease the progressives who got him votes in the primary and essentially got him elected, or he's going to have to appease the developers, many of which he got the big money from.
Weekdays 2 to 6 on the Voice of Pittsburgh. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
Fall in Pittsburgh. And does Rhino Shield do a business? Just ask business owner Mike.
I was watching TV one night and saw the Rhino Shield ad, and I thought, well, if they can do a house, they can probably do a building.
And remember, Rhino Shield's not pain, it's better.
So they came out and they gave me a price, showed me how the Rhino works, how it lasts, and how the guarantee works.
Pittsburgh, right now, you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield for 15% off and 0% financing for 12 months.
They started on the building. They waited for us to leave, and they worked Saturday and Sunday so they wouldn't affect our business at all. This was the great part of it. I came back Sunday night, and you couldn't even tell they were here. There was no paint on the ground. They did a fantastic job.
Here's owner Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl. Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
Honey, I found the perfect place for my parents.
and us.
Where?
St. Barnabas. For us, the Woodlands Carriage Home Community. And for my parents, condominium-style living at the Village. My folks will love the Village. There's an indoor mall with shops, restaurants, and more. And we can relax, knowing they're safe and secure.
That's what I plan to do when we move to St. Barnabas. Relax.
Call 724-444-5568 or visit stbarnabascommunities.com.
Looking for the ultimate getaway? Stay and play at the Landing Hotel at Rivers Casino. Whether you're here for a weekend escape or a midweek retreat, we've got everything you need under one roof. Wake up refreshed in one of our stunning rooms and head straight to the action, just steps away from the casino floor. Enjoy a variety of gaming, dining, and entertainment, all just outside your door. Visit riverscasino.com and book your stay today. Experience the best of both worlds at the Landing Hotel at Rivers Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And now for a business news update from the Pittsburgh Business Times. I'm managing editor Mike Larson. A one-in-the-region luxury retailer on McKnight Road is slated to close in the new year. According to a report in Women's Wear Daily, parent company Saks Global has decided to close 9 of its off-price stores called Saks Off 5th in the new year. A closure list that includes Pittsburgh North, meaning its only Western Pennsylvania store at the Block Northway in Ross Township. An inquiry to a spokesman at Saks didn't generate an immediate response. However, the company has since confirmed the closure. Also, the People's Gas Holiday Market's returning for its 14th year, albeit in a different space. With construction on Market Square's renovation as part of the $600 million effort to revitalize downtown ongoing, the People's Gas Holiday Market is moving from its usual spot to the Cultural District. It will take over 3 outdoor spaces in the area, the Katz Plaza, the Cultural Trust Oasis, and the Benham Center's parking lot. Vendors from Pittsburgh and beyond will take over those spaces beginning alongside Light Up Night on November 21st and running through Christmas Eve. The location change is expected to be temporary, as Market Square is expected to be fully reopen in the spring. For more on these stories and other local business news, log on to pittsburghbusinesstimes.com. I'm Mike Larson.
Have an issue in your community? Talk about it now with Marty Griffin. 100.1 FM and AM 1020. KDKA.
My man, Jim Klingensmith, my brother. How are you today, man?
I'm doing well, brother. How you doing?
Always good, man. You know me. Chasing the rabbit. What's up?
Hey, hearing all the good things that you and your friends and, the family, the Get Marty Griffin Show, and all the people that you've been helping, and all the troops that you have out there helping and stepping up when nobody's looking. Hats off to them. Thank you, and I really appreciate that. The world needs to soften up a little bit. Take a second out of your day to take a deep breath and listen to the other person speak first before you add your comment. Listen to what they have to say and take a deep breath. If you can help somebody, help them. If somebody asks you for help, even if you don't like them that much, help them.
Nice.
It'll make you feel better. It'll make the days better. It makes everybody's life better. The little old lady counting pennies at the counter, walk up, pay for her groceries, and walk out. We don't walk in everybody's shoes. We're not perfect, but we need to soften it up a little bit and take care of our fellow man, because that's what matters. It'll soften your heart. It'll make you a better person.
Like my man Ken goes into a woman's house. She hadn't had hot water in a month. He said, "To hell with it. I'm putting this hot water heater in free."
Yeah, because that's it. That's what you got to do. You have to help people. People in need, they need your help. They may not want to ask for it. Don't put the burden on them. Step up, go to their door, and say, "I'm here to fix this," or "I'm here to do that."
Right on.
Take one person. If everybody can do something nice for one person this weekend, it's going to be a great weekend.
We got dudes giving us 30-pound turkeys because people need turkeys. There are, what I don't want to do, and he's such a great asset to me because of his insight and intellect and connections to law enforcement, but he's also a guy who gets it. What's fascinating is that people do give a damn, because when we ask to help someone, they always step up, and I feel very, very grateful for that, sir, that we have wonderful people. You know?
Absolutely. I've been blessed. I've had success. I've had failures. I've been up and down in my life. People look at you and think everything's okay, but maybe it's not.
Right.
So we don't walk in everybody's shoes.
No.
Take a deep breath. People need to calm down and show a little respect. Hold the door for somebody. Help somebody walk across the street. Let them park without fighting over a parking spot, and have a great weekend. Just be nice. It's pretty simple.
Right on. Thanks, brother.
Yes, sir.
Love that, man. Love him. I text him like 6 times a day. Bob, thanks for your patience. Go, man.
Yes, hello. I know there's been a lot of emotion, and I agree there's a lot of pain. Yeah. But I think at some point we have to ask the question, who put this system in place and who benefits from it? And I think you'll find this system, the genesis is the Democrat Party.
Oh, stop. This isn't a poli-sci class and you're biased. Come on, man. You weren't listening to Jimbo, were you? Well, man, I don't want to hear your Fox News talking points today. I just don't. You want to blame someone? Look in the mirror. Come on, man. Help someone today. I don't care who's to blame, and you're wrong. They both suck at times. We're almost 4 months into it with no budget in Harrisburg, and we're screwing over so many people with the airlines and so many people in business and so many people that don't have their food assistance. And it's got a lot to do with a lot of people, my man, not just Democrats. And if you want to be that way, that's you, man. But we're not going to do that. I think they all have their finger in it. And I did. I cut them off because I have no interest in the political science one-sided lecture today from him or anyone else for that matter. Tell it to the judge. Meantime, we've got 300 or 400 people that need turkeys. And my people at Giant Eagle and others are saying, to hell with that. Let's take care of them. And that's what I will do. Organize that and get those delivered and make sure that we can do that. And make sure that I remember folks like my man Ken, who went into a woman's house and saw her in desperate need and said, to hell with this. I'll put in the water heater. You're not paying me squat. And without naming names, because it's not fair and it's personal, one of my boys, he just found out his wife has cancer. And she's very young, and he's young, and he's one of my favorite people, and I talk to him all the time. And it's a crap show, and it's frightening, and it's a journey that no one deserves, and they have a teenage son, and there's doctors and PET scans and will I live, will I die, all that stuff. I told him this morning, forget all this other crap. Let's focus on you and your wife and your family, because that's what we end up at the end of the day with. Not politics, certainly, not Democrats or Republicans, certainly. We end up with our wife's hand. And they're insanely valuable to us. They keep our blood flowing. They keep us breathing. And when a man finds out that the love of his life is sick with cancer, it's a lightning bolt. It rips you in half. And I'm thinking about you a lot, my man. All right?
The KDKA mobile news fleet is driven by Jim Shorkey Kia, North Huntington and Wexford. JimShorkeyKia.com.
The Village at St. Barnabas, the perfect place for mom.
I'm with Joe Potocznik, JP Roofing and Siding. Congratulations, Joe. Triple Crown winner from Owens Corning.
Yes, Larry. We are proud to announce that we are recognized for service excellence, product excellence, and MVP based on marketing leadership and customer service.
Call Joe and his team. You'll get the best of the best. Get a free estimate for roof and siding replacements. Call the roofing replacement experts at JP Roofing and Siding, 412-829-7711. Congrats, Joe.
Thank you, Larry.
All right, Patrick, you ate at Hofstad's about a week ago. How good was it?
Amazing.
Right?
Delicious.
And he's a food snob. So add to that, Hofstad's has prime rib Mondays. My boy, the restaurant king, JK. Prime rib Mondays, Hofstad's. Dry rubbed, slow roasted, hand carved prime rib with au jus. I love saying that. Au jus. 2 sides. Mondays, Hofstadt's, Oakmont, 4 to 9. Prime rib, brothers and sisters. Go for it.
Think fast. Life can throw you curveballs. Having UPMC Health Plan helps you catch them. Now's the time to get covered. Open enrollment for individual and family plans is today through January 15th. No matter what stage of life you're in, they have individual and family coverage options like their new plans that bundle dental and vision, so you can handle all your health needs. While this year might feel a little different, one thing is the same. They're here for you with one-on-one support. To get started, visit upmchealthplan.com/marketplace.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
SchultzFord.com. 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 SchultzFord.com.
KDKA and KDKA FM HD2 Pittsburgh. W261AX Pittsburgh.
Always live on the free Odyssey app.